Well, welcome everybody
to
Dungeons and Dragons. Who would like to recap?
Oh, I think
the DM.
Yeah.
I think the DM would recap that.
so last session. Benjen survived. He's level 18. No, last session. Everybody
He's
walked.
half-god.
Yeah. His new race is half. So everybody made it to. I'm so bad at these guys. Everybody made it to the center prison. The Cambion nightmare turned out to be a little, you know what?
That was supposed to live,
And
but Steve killed her.
yep. No, you guys
No,
killed her,
Steve.
you jerks. I tried many different things to keep her alive, and it actually took you guys calling me out to be like, okay, fine, she's dead.
we rolled like 30 20s. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
natural 20s.
I was like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Yeah, that's it. And now, so I'm so bad at these guys. I really shouldn't be doing these.
And so now, the chasm, I guess the prison.
Oh, yeah,
all
the
the
fault line.
earthquakes happening.
And
Yeah, the fault
Martha
line.
ran with her husband.
Yep, so you don't know why. The fault line opened up. You don't know what's going on there. Haven is in.
He's
On
still
the
in
carpet.
DM
Yeah,
mode.
on the
He's
carpet.
still in DM mode.
In your possession, Sai is still naked, actually, and has.
Still. And is
one
on
mutant
the
eight.
on the back of.
Yeah, but it's just like it's wet. It's just wet.
No,
and-
hey, didn't the interrogator say that's why he's bald? Because all the
The blood just drips on.
yeah,
yeah, he
all,
did,
all
he
the
did, he
wetness just
He did. He
right
did.
off.
It's a lot easier to wash off. It's
Yep.
true.
Yeah, I don't have any idea. I mean, that's where we're at. You've listened to the recording. Where we at,
I
baby?
have. So, yes, you were through some. I need to ask, when did you pick up clairvoyance?
I've had it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear. So,
sorry to interrupt, but I need to get out.
Oh,
I need to go to the feed store.
okay.
Here, you want to take my car? You should take my car.
Are you the last one?
Yeah, the Audi. Oh, it has one of the things has to get. The one of the headlights is dipped, but you should be fine. I gotta get
I
take
don't
it.
know if I can take it.
I gotta take it back to the whatever it's called.
So
The
apparently I
car
got that at
person.
Mm-hmm.
third level.
Mechanic?
The toy store.
Alright.
Yeah, you took that up.
Yeah.
Well, that threw all of us for a loop.
Wait, where did she get
Yeah,
that?
none of us knew you had.
It's one of those
Yeah.
secret spells that you just like, I picked it up. You guys didn't know this the whole time, but I was a chef.
Huh?
Oh, it's a
The
beamer.
beamer.
That's
Oh no, that's oh no, the Audi's right there. The gray Audi.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's okay.
it's the same. It's the same. What's it called?
Same stinky fob.
No, the same factory makes those cars.
Volkswagen Audi?
Yeah.
So, you successfully infiltrated the prison using some craftiness, also some very smart thinking use of clairvoyance to see that the person who was leading you was in fact not your sister, Haven. It was somebody else who was posing as Nightmare. And I can't remember, did her original form ever show?
Yes.
After she...
After
Yeah.
she died, yeah.
Yeah.
After she died, she reverted to a form of a devil that looks
Devil, like the fruits of the devil.
That got mutilated.
see, could be the devil. Okay. So the markings and features that she has on her do in fact look similar to you and Haven. However, the skin and everything else is a lot more devil-like. She sprouted wings as she fell on the floor and has...
She looks way more intimidating than Riven or her sister, actually. Is.
like much more
But you
evil
came out
and
on top.
sinister looking.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Who is more of a threat now? Okay, so yes, so Nightmare was down on the ground and you stabbed her in the face.
And the baker is on top.
Oh, you could become
Oh.
you
I
become
could be
Nightmare.
I thought we saved
We never leave this city because Benjen's alive, guys. We stay here forever
So
till we find Benjen. That's what Ka thinks. He really likes this Benjen guy.
I tried to save a bunch of people already. I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
saved people.
You also killed a lot of people.
I
Like
opened
a
up a bunch of
lot
cells. I
of
opened up-
people.
like hundreds.
Hundreds of people.
I evened it out. I saved
true.
a handful of people.
And I mean, think of all the starving kids that you fed. So
Yeah, see?
that's
Yeah.
I saved the amount of food that's being used, so that can be fed for more kids.
It could be. So while the room itself collapses and the ceiling hits the floor, it creates this open space of air in between everyone that you're all looking through. Martha turns around and says, "I'll meet you." Oh no, unseen servant
Unseen
She
servant
writes
across.
a note.
writes a note,
and then
brings it, and she takes off in the direction from whence you came.
Invisible.
Right. Everyone,
Ka.
right. With Ka, who is following her out. And,
Komodo.
yes, Ka Modo.
That's pretty clever.
It's the little things, it really is. And so everybody else on the other side of the room where the floor has given way into kind of a crater that goes down about 50 feet is what the D100 roll when you fell down.
Yeah.
You came climbing up.
But it's like 250 feet wide now.
Right. Very large rift in this hole in the ground. So the support structures to the room seem to be kind of wedged and crammed, but they are still able to support what is still of the ceiling atop you. So on the carpet you have Haven and Evendur.
He cast fly on himself.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
Evendur casts fly.
didn't you cast it on Sai? You said you can cast it on like 2 other people.
Yeah, I don't think I
At that
cast.
level.
I don't think I cast on anybody else though. I just cast
Oh,
on myself.
okay.
Size climbing up.
Yeah, he's climbing up. He'll actually the monkey will climb, or with the abomination, whatever it is.
So, as the room itself has kind of this pulse, like this woof that shakes everything around you, and everything starts collapsing. There is a moment where everyone is kind of slowed down just for a moment, and you feel a feminine presence in the area.
It's
But
Benjen.
It's it's this it's almost palpable, but it feels more like a gentle caress going across your skin. You get this feeling of coolness, where as it was kind of hot and muggy down in this layer, now suddenly there's a breeze that's coming from nowhere in this moment that everything kind of slows down, and you feel this connection to something ancient, and in that Evendur begins, he finds that familiar center where his magic resides and feels it connect to that power, and as such you have gained a level in wizard. You feel the kind of
You're welcome.
that gentle
Thanks.
caress go over you. You get kind of goosebumps, and then your center fills with this electric heat that radiates over your body. And for a moment, your area around you illuminates, and everyone who can see Evendur sees what looks like lightning crawling over his skin in every direction. And at the very end of it, his eyes go like Raven on Mortal Kombat, just like that electric, like white, and flash for a moment, and then he shakes his head, and he reverts to normal, and you feel a greater energy and knowledge that comes up from some other place that is filling you at this moment. It feels like you can't fully contain it, and that might be something that you'll have to deal with later. But everybody else, because you have had that connection to the weave, are now proficient in Arcana. So any Arcana checks that you make, you're going to add your proficiency bonus, and that is because of your connection to this place where the
Selected,
ley line of the
customized.
weave has been flowing so
So
purely.
it's after.
Got it.
And while that happens, the magical properties of the carpet itself expand, and the carpet begins weaving more thread, and it takes up more space.
What?
Your carpet is now
As a hut.
A rug.
one level higher than it was before.
What?
Carpet of flying. It was a.
And it's the
I'll have to
word
adjust
is
that in.
everybody. Everybody knows how to use
Yeah.
it.
G20 now.
Yeah. So it was 4 by 6 feet. Now it is 5 by 7 feet.
Whoa.
The flying
There's
speed is somewhat slower. It's 40 feet now.
Yes.
But it's able to carry 600 pounds
Yes.
instead of 400 pounds.
Sounds
Sounds like a nerf to me.
She's like,
It can carry more, but it goes a little
Yeah,
slower.
it's like it's turned into like a shag carpet. So it's like I was air resistant.
This, yes. So this reminds me of that meme where it has the guy who did a home makeover for his wife, and he's like revealing her face, and she's totally disappointed in the reveal. But that's okay because now it can carry more. So you now have a
that's
carpet of
good.
flying that's 5 by 7 feet and can carry up to 600 pounds. In D&D Beyond, it'd be really easy to adjust.
Yeah. She only carries 2 stuff though.
So
She
now I
only carries
can.
2 people.
If somebody else, yeah, it's still just me and Haven. So if somebody else wants to get on the carpet, they can get on the carpet.
Sai and
Nah, that's too
Evendur
slow. I
are
don't wanna
both
get on it.
flying.
I know,
Why are you moving so slow?
Yeah, everybody's like, I can walk faster than this piece of junk.
right? Cast a spell on it to make it go faster.
What level
I need that
is
feather back.
what level of a spell is fly?
It's a level 3 spell.
Level 3 spell. I need you to roll a d12.
D12.
You went really low.
It's a multiplier.
Okay.
12.
12.
Oh, yes! High five.
No, you
What
did.
happens?
Yeah, so you cast fly as you normally do. You feel extra energy begin trying to surge its way up, but you force it back down, and it feels like if you cast even the more simple spells, those might be safe, but because of the extra energy that's trying to release itself, you recognize that there might be some extra energy that's going to try and discharge as you're doing higher level spells.
You gotta find some different verbs, man. I've been like white knuckling it for the last 10 minutes. Amber's carpet's big. He's got discharge that comes out. Like, I'm killing me, man. The inner 12-year-old's dying over here.
I regret nothing. I use the words that I use. So you cast fly. Both of you are flying across the room. The carpet is flying that way as well towards the exit that Martha went down.
No, we're
They
going
go
up.
Oh, okay.
No, dude.
To the higher levels. Wait, was the air outside exposed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing's ripped in half.
Ho, ho.
It's
Okay.
276 feet
Yeah.
wide now, or something like that.
That's
it's
insane.
huge.
Okay, amazing. All right, so you begin.
You're welcome, Binge.
Flying out of the prison, in a dark cell. There's a vast. I'm trying to avoid
Big.
words now. I'm trying to avoid words.
Gigantic.
Big, what a girth.
There's an immense shaking as the entire cell begins to rattle back and forth, and Benjen atop a table, where standing in front of him is one of these spellcasters.
What level am I on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You are the same level. that you were.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
You are strapped onto the table with these thick leather restraints that are holding you in place.
Uh-huh.
Your items and your clothing has been removed except for a loincloth, and there are many different cuts that have been made in you, and they have been done deliberately and in order. The person who has been working on you actually has not said a thing to you. He just immediately began.
What does he look like?
He has.
I really am alive?
You are really alive.
This isn't happening in Celestia or somewhere
Am
else.
I dreaming?
Yeah.
Am I dead?
Who do I
It's
worship?
just your head. It's just your head.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's just my head. I'm in a jar.
The man in front of you has tattoos covering his head, and they kind of swirl over and look like not quite tribal print, more like
That's super cliche too, so that's good.
Dang, what was the name of that? So there is a type of tattooing style that is done to Shaolin monks.
Okay.
And they're almost like prayers, and they're in lines where the script is in them and they're in order. And so that is covering his face. It almost looks like an ancient text that is
He's bald?
written down. Yeah.
Okay.
He's bald, he's completely nude, and he is fully aroused while he's cutting into you. So
Nice.
the
Nice.
the man
visual.
Smell Ray for sure.
well, he is pale skinned.
Yeah.
So yeah, he for the very first time, like through the other shakes that had happened, your consciousness kind of like flitted up to the surface through the pain. The pain is what made you gratefully fall into unconsciousness. But now that you are awake again, like the shaking has kind of brought you out of it, and you look around, and the man for this last one kind of reaches over to steady himself on the table, and for the first time he looks up from what he's doing and goes over to the other side of the room and pulls a robe over and just like very hastily closes it and walks out of the room.
Can I say something before he leaves?
You can try, yeah.
He gagged you.
Oh.
No, you're not.
Okay. Well, first of all, here you go. So, I want to look up and say, that's probably a good idea. I could tell you were getting cold. And let him leave.
He doesn't
That's
turn or
okay.
acknowledge you as you
It's a personal win.
as you say it. You're not sure if your words actually carried very much strength behind them, just because you're so weak from the loss of blood.
Fair enough.
And but you heard it. And
Yeah.
Really, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
So, walking out of the room, the door has it latches behind him, and there is.
Is this before the room split?
You aren't sure. So
Okay.
the cell itself is kind of there, and you're stuck, and you have room to turn your head left and right. And looking around the room, there's a single candle that's placed on a sconce where you can see the candle drippings have been not cleaned up; they're just kind of left there on the ground. The table next to you has a single knife that it looks like he was using. It has your blood still on it, and looking down at your arms, it looks like he was attempting to write some type of text into your skin, but had stopped halfway. So while your chest has kind of been cut and it looks like it's been healed over, there are some things that are kind of pushed in these cuts that are on your chest and on your legs. But you have it's some type of cloth that's been just shoved into the wounds.
Like to heal it, or to?
You're not sure, but it's no longer bleeding. You can see that the cloth itself is soaked in your.
How does
blood.
it smell?
It smells like you have a coppery tang in the air, as well as kind of like overgrown forest, like wet.
Earthy. How am I restrained?
There are leather straps holding down your arms. There's one going over your chest, one going over your thighs.
Am I sitting?
You are laying
Hanging.
down,
Laying. Oh.
face up. Yeah.
Don't leave yet.
Oh, they're gone.
Martha's
You should have taken
Alright.
clairvoyance.
You know what? They left Sai though, so you can ride the naked abomination now.
I will mount that abomination quick as soon as I get the chance. Do I have enough strength to do anything? If I got free, could I fight my way out, or am I so gassed? that-
You're not sure how long you've been in here,
Mhm.
because you've been flitting in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
But you feel like they have done something to restore you back to life. So they have probably brought you back to about 8 hit points.
Is my hair gone?
Your hair is not gone. It's still
My eyebrows?
the same length, same.
He's just saying that because he shaved Sai.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Sai's
Yeah. No,
entire
they have
body.
not yet shaved your
yeah.
head.
Sai's he's like a slug right now.
Like those cuts on his body they're not inked over. Like he was gonna try to tat him up or anything.
No, they are not.
Just says like Dissipator over my heart now.
Yeah.
Okay, can I try to get out?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Or is it? I don't know if you were.
athletics check.
Okay. I should have taken a different dadgum feat.
Um,
12 plus 1.
Okay,
Oh,
so
athletics?
yes,
Plus 3, so 15.
15.
Mhm.
Yeah, you strain against the bindings and you feel your arms begin to the blood on it begins kind of oozing out.
Okay.
And so you stop and then realize, okay, if I keep doing that, I'm going to hurt myself more than. And it's going to take you back out of your coherence.
I
that you
stop.
currently have.
I don't do anything, I guess, right now. I just want to take in the surroundings and try to.
Sure. You hear like muffled footsteps. There's one or two shouts coming from the corridor outside, but it's different than the normal screams of pain that have been coming from the walls. It's more like shouts of alarm.
Mhm.
And
I don't know if I'm up or down. I don't know where I am.
right, you know you're in a cell block of some.
I may not even be in the tower.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm probably back in Iphon, guys.
You guys, he went back in
Just
time.
go there.
in the bakery.
Yeah. Yeah, this is over. I'm cooking some powdered donuts.
So the room once again has this shuddering just, and the table that you're on like clatters because it's not bolted down to the floor and falls over onto its side, and your right arm,
My table?
that has.
How much damage do I take? I'm just kidding.
You hit the floor. It's a 3-foot drop to the floor. No.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
hit, and where the wood smacks against the floor, it splinters on the right side, freeing your right arm. So
Ooh.
shaking it and moving it over, you're able to remove your other restraint if you would like.
Yeah, for sure. Am I like shaking like a, yeah, whatever I can do to get it free, I will.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
grab that knife as quick as I can.
Yeah, it has clattered to the floor as well. As you see a portion of the room kind of sinks down, and there's the like falling debris and dust that is coming from the ceiling. You aren't sure if this room is actually going to hold for very much longer.
Yeah.
You could just pancake at any moment.
The only thing of use in here is like a, what's it called? There's not an extra robe or.
There's a knife there. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
No, 3 plus 1. 4.
So, looking
I lost the knife. Where'd the knife go?
Not at all.
I
Yeah.
just had it.
It was in here.
It's in you. It's
Yeah. Ah! It's got a holster.
It's got a holster. Yeah, no, so you fall on your side, you remove your restraints, and then look around the room. You are just wearing your small clothes,
Uh-huh.
and don't see anything in the room other than that, the knife, and then also the restraint itself has some kind of leather binding. You could quickly cut it loose and
Yeah.
use that as like a, I
A
don't know.
garrote or something.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, I'll take whatever I can. And then,
If you would like to break a table leg, you could have a club as well.
yeah. And then I'm going to listen at the door.
Okay, so the noise you're making doing all of this is pales in comparison to just the shuddering vibrations of the sounds.
I think to myself, Dimitri's back.
I knew you would.
He surrendered an airship right into the tower.
You know, the airship probably would actually be fine.
Yep.
Anyway, so
We
yeah.
only
Oh
have.
yeah, this antiman airship. It could have been powered up in this ley line.
Absolutely.
Oh, it would be a cruise ship. It would be a yacht.
It'd be the fastest airship ever.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Yeah.
So
It'd be like one of those cigar
oh
boats.
gosh. So you you go over and listen to the door. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, jeez.
The door.
That person's so strong.
22.
22. Listening through, putting your ear against the door, you hear just very distantly down the hall. What was that? We're gonna have to go tell. And it's like kind of going in and out from what they're telling you, and you hear a as coming from outside the door. Something has happened. It was similar to the noise that you heard when people were appearing in front of you and going away.
I mean, I'm trained in Arcana. I probably know exactly what it is.
You, oddly enough, while you are listening, actually, go ahead and make an Arcana check. You feel this strange
18
connection.
plus Squatro. 19, suckers.
Awesome. So
I'm
yeah.
basically Evendur. This is what you feel like all the time? Awesome.
Yeah. So, feeling this strange force kind of buoying you up, you feel a
On time out. I'm totally nude. How good do I look? I've been adventuring for like 2 months straight. I've been working out, doing sit-ups for 2 months
Been
straight.
fighting people.
Yeah. I look pretty like Rambo First Blood. Or do I look like a T1 or T1000?
Like Bruce Willis at the end of Die Hard.
Nah.
According to my calculation,
I'll take it.
Like he still looks all right, but he is beat up.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's only been less than a month.
Less than a month?
It's been
So I
less-
gotta keep it. It's the diet plan that's the key,
It's
guys.
actually
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the diet plan.
No.
I gotta get a high
It's what you
protein.
do. It's what you
Mental note, yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Astral sea. You didn't have to eat anything.
I go out the door.
Okay.
Is it locked? I mean, who locks a freaking
Yeah,
maybe, who knows?
he was tied down.
Yeah.
So the problem is that the door itself isn't necessarily locked, but the door on its frame has pushed over onto its side, so it's kind of wedged. So you would have to try and force the door open.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
20.
20. Okay, so yeah, you very easily
Intimidation.
lean back, put all your weight into your foot, hit right where the center of the door is to give it the maximum force to kind of just push it in the opposite direction, and it swings open just like just enough for you to be able to see 3 or 4 inches into the hallway beyond.
Why, when I do something cool, is nobody ever around?
If it's on this list, you're
The
We're
door.
ship.
Yeah.
After you do it, the door, you can see the frame kind of start cracking at the top, like you loosen something on the ceiling, and the frame itself isn't very strong anymore. And you hear the voice of a woman
These are some
in your mind.
Because it says other weapons.
Is it
in the
Riven?
United States.
It is not Riven. Okay.
Because
Become
No.
Rick.
2 of these
Yeah.
weapons are marked.
Opening it up, it says
Because you're a rogue. Or,
Benjen,
does that make sense? So you're,
move.
I go.
You have
Yeah.
Whichever intuitive direction, I don't even respond.
Sure.
This
Yeah.
one,
So
it's
you
just
hear
telling
move
me
and
that you have-
oh, okay, all right, and you push into the door and it goes forward, and as soon as the door swings open and you enter the hallway, the roof just clatters behind you and collapses, and
Are all
I got chills.
yeah.
Either I'm schizophrenic and I have
So
voices
these are
speaking
here.
to me, or it was an angel, guys.
So whenever you
Direct phone line to Celestia.
So in the hallway, there isn't anybody that you can see.
Okay.
The torches that are in the hallway, one of them looks like it has sputtered out because the fallen debris has probably choked it up and has stopped burning. However, there is another torch that you can take because you can't see in the dark.
For sure. Drop the club and then take the torch.
Okay, all right. So you have that, and you're thinking of which way to go, and you hear again the woman's voice in your head. Right.
I go right.
Yeah. So you begin following the directions of this mysterious woman who begins leading you, and you start walking down this winding hallway, and she says, "Hold." And you hold up at the edge of the wall, and you hear like the pattering of footsteps as they run across the hallway off in the opposite direction. And
You are such a better DM than I am.
it winds you, and you feel like you're going further down, which is your opposite of your instinct, which would be to try and go up
Yeah.
as far as I can to get to sunlight, something. And it keeps winding you further down into the corridors. Do you want to look for anything on your way, or do you want to just keep following the voice?
first one means
Keep following the voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you pass by.
Unless it's like says equipment room, prisoners belongings.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, you do pass by a couple of rooms that look like they aren't traditional cells. It looks like one might have been a place where they held the people who worked here.
Yeah, I'm gonna check some places. I can't be walking around like I'm gonna die.
In order
Sure.
to use this,
So
you have to
you move off to one of them. You see there is a ward, like not a wardrobe, an armoire that has hanging has the closet like a wall locker basically. It has fallen over onto its side, and there are these brown robes that have kind of spilled out onto the floor.
Yeah, I grab a large.
But you can't.
I grab a large.
Yeah.
You move it on, move very quickly in the room. Just shrug it over your shoulders, cover yourself. They do have a hood on them, so you throw that up. And as you begin moving back up to the hallway, you hear the voice say, "No, turn around."
Got it.
Turn around.
Yeah, you turn around. She says, "Walk forward." So you walk forward off to the opposite wall, and as you move over towards the wall, you feel like you're about to like walk straight into it, but you're following blindly whatever this voice is. And you get to where like the beds have been pushed up against the wall, and you stand there waiting for
More instructions.
like 5 seconds, which feels like forever.
Yeah.
So you begin looking around, and when you look off,
Buffering.
when you look off to your right, you see the glint of a familiar blade.
Yeah! Yes!
It is indeed
Karnath's twin.
Karnath's twin,
So
lying on the
just
floor that was taken by one of the priests for
Aha!
it has
that is
fallen,
it.
and the voice has led you back to it.
Because twice this is six.
And as you grab it,
That's right.
you
I already had.
the
Do I level up? Womp 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 womp.
You grab the sword, and as you grab it,
Yeah.
this strange sensation of your body being pulled in 2 different directions occurs, where you feel physically your body is here, but your mind, like a spirit version of you, has been shot off into another direction of space, and you like it's a very disorienting experience just for a moment, and you look around and you see a jungle clearing where there is
You knew I was dead.
there is a
Do you have any?
there are just
Oh, okay.
it looks like hundreds, thousands of skeletons that have all fallen to the earth in this clearing, and because of the way that they have been here, the vines have not fully been able to recover the forest just because of how thick the bones are on the ground. And in your spirit form, you see another sword that looks exactly like Karnath's sword, sitting embedded in what might have been an ogre, like it's just shoved into it, and there is still like the skeleton hand of a human that's holding it there.
He won't eat that. I'll take it.
So you look up, you see like a plume coming from.
Okay. Does it look like the place where when I took? What those drugs? Was that drug we took? Shroom. The
The
drug.
drug?
Does it look like?
Because you saw the water clearing. With
Yeah,
the
yeah,
treasure
yeah.
There. Yeah. So you reorient yourself. You look, and there is like a cloud that has this natural cloud formation that's going around this this large peak, and then off to the side you do see the water falling into that pool that has it all still there.
Oh my.
So you see the current state of Karnath's twin, Karnath, basically, and you see the pool, and getting into your mind's eye, you begin to see.
I'm gonna be like Deadpool, guys. For sure.
You see a couple of these skeletons that are in the area just suddenly lurch, get up, and begin walking away, and then you are pulled back to your.
With the
your
sword?
presence. No, it is still there.
Yeah, right.
But you now know where it is,
Yeah, I wrote that.
'Kay.
100 first, so you remember.
Oh yeah, D100. That's what you did for
That's
me.
not how Benji plays, guys. Quiet. You're not there. You're not there.
The D100.
Yeah,
though.
you're not
I
there.
like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
98%.
you hold on and like lean on your on Karnath's twin for a second just to kind of get your bearings again, and the voice says, "It would please me if you would reunite these twins."
Okay. I'll put a pin in that.
Now
Yeah.
turn, go.
Yep.
And you keep going back down the hallway, and she directs you off to where there is.
I'm so nervous.
I'm
I'm
waiting for
my
the
hands,
turn.
so I
I'm
stop.
waiting
Yeah.
for the turn. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
Ah.
Yeah, it's nightmare.
There's this wide chasm where you kind of come to an abrupt halt, almost toppling over into this big pit in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Because of how dark it is, the way that it was, you just thought it was just a thing ahead. But when you get up to it, that darkness is just because there is a rift that has been opened up in the earth. You look down and you see the body of a devil that has had its face stabbed. And did you carve the baker into her, or what did you do? What was the baker with her? With
The baker?
What
with
did-
Nightmare? What did you? How did you?
I made her look like Haven.
Oh yeah, she.
All the things
she,
that were missing.
Yeah, you cut off
She
the
gave her a
hair.
scar.
her
Gave
arm.
yeah.
Actually, I think I cut off her arm, or I was
Yeah.
trying to do that with her because she was
Left-handed.
Yeah, with her
Yeah,
left
so
arm.
you see a dismembered
it was a-
devil that is lying on the floor, and looking down at the body, you see a single like stone that has been knocked loose. That's kind of resting underneath where her cloth is on her bosom.
Am I there?
Oh, for sure.
Still?
I take it.
No, none
Can I?
of all left.
Yeah, I want to take that, and I want to search for the rest of her body and make sure she's dead. I'll stab her
Yeah,
anyway.
so-
Even
she's a devil. You
Yep.
would do that.
Adios.
So, yeah, and she's also immolated, so like crispy looking skin, etc.
How did I not see that stone?
The
We all looted that.
because I'm a male and I looked at her bosoms, probably.
That's probably it.
It's one of the weaknesses of a female. It's the only one.
you aren't sure if other people have been here after you and have like kicked it around or something. Like
There's
how
her
much
glass
time has
eye.
passed.
The whole time she's got like one eye that's like this, like an iguana.
So
I'm so happy I'm alive.
you grab the stone.
I have
and-
2 other minis I haven't painted for Benjen, so I'm pretty stoked.
Oh, upgrades.
Yeah, upgrades.
The stone in your hand, you feel kind of pulsate with magic, and you hear the voice say, "Go across to the other side," and you see where there is on the other side this tunnel on the other side.
The
where there's
Matrix.
just this.
Come on. Check the back of my neck. Make sure I'm not plugged in.
No, you do the test.
So
Oh,
what do you
leap off
want to
and
do with
it's
this?
it's like 300. So I check her body. That's something I find. Okay.
You could jump across.
You
I
got that,
You got
bro.
the wings.
You could cut off her wings and try to fly.
I try to jump across.
All right.
200 feet?
And 76 feet, yes.
276 feet. Alright. It's a record long jump.
With holding the stone, holding the dagger, with your robes. I'm trying to imagine everything about you.
That's it. I'll
That's
take the
it.
robes off if I have to.
Yeah, more aerodynamic. Yeah.
Maybe it's a robe of flying. I don't know. Vendor's not here. We have no idea.
You
I
take
jump
off
out and I like Batman.
You slow yourself down. You slow
It's a
yourself
long
down.
way down. Yeah, you run, you jump, and with your jump, you
Die.
feel like you should be falling, but you keep moving forward at the same level,
Anime
going
style.
across.
You're
Like
I thought
you're not sure, but you're moving off in that direction, going.
You are the wind.
So you know what that
Quick
means?
speed.
That his other character wasn't worthy because he just
Oh,
fell.
dang.
And he's a paladin.
No,
That's
no, the
all.
rift just started, so lay line.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. My bad. Yeah, we'll just say
That's a
Yeah.
charge up. That's
So-
a charge up.
You holding the stone in your hand,
when you jump over, you got to keep pressing A.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
That's it.
it's not that you hold it down.
no, you gotta pump that button.
Yeah.
Look behind you. There's a squirrel tail behind you.
Kyle held the button down and he just.
Yeah.
No, so you, for all intents and purposes, just at the same level that you were, just glide across this chasm over to the opening on the far side.
That's only gonna work once for sure.
And it,
Go back and forth.
Yeah. No.
turn around, try it again. No, yeah. So you keep moving off in that direction. In this tunnel, it follows only a single tunnel all the way down to where there is an opening where there has been a grate where you can see people have gone
Escape?
through there. Yes.
I'm gonna Shawshank Redemption it
Yeah. So you crawl
through the pool.
You get. Do you
Yeah,
go in the water?
Yeah, you
Is
can
there
track
a
that
way?
sickness.
Yeah. Is there a walkway?
there is.
I'll try to
However,
stay in the
you will
walkway.
have to try and kind of swing to it in order to get to it. So you'll
Okay.
need to make an athletics check
Hey,
Athletics or
wouldn't
acrobatics or athletics?
or
Would it-
acrobatics.
wouldn't
Plus
Benjen assume that he could fly
16 plus 7.
if he just did
Plus
it?
7. Yeah.
No.
Hold it.
Like, I can do it again.
No.
Benjen's following this voice, and
Yeah.
he's not sure.
Unless the voice says fly, I'm done.
Yeah.
23.
You swing. You hit over to the side, stumble back for a second, and then catch yourself and begin moving down the sewer way.
And I'm like, why is no one ever here?
Oh, I forgot to say I left like the bomb traps as I was going.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Black powder. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Martha's
It's so
car
loud.
running and you just hear boom, boom,
Oh,
boom.
Jesus.
Yes. So the okay. So you no longer hear the voice guiding you, but you assume you're just going the correct
Yeah, I
direction
will-
and move.
Yeah, until told otherwise.
And the smell of air begins coming from some of the
Aqueducts, yeah.
the aqueducts, and you begin following that till you get to where it brings you to a grate that is it looks like it has been broken open either by a monster or by something, and it leads out onto a wall that is facing outside of the city.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
I'll try to get outside the city for sure.
Okay. So everybody else flying, running,
Guys!
getting
Are you as excited as I am?
Out.
Probably not. I am.
I'm waiting for the heel. I'm waiting for the
Yeah,
turn.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the turn.
I look down and I have a peg leg. I'm like, no!
No, you
Part, I have an ape leg. I have a tail.
the
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that'd be terrible. I could have like the.
scrying, this is like an eyeball right there.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about like an arc reactor. Because that would be cool.
Yeah, Tony Stark.
That's how I fly. Iron Man.
So you, so that everyone else who has been making their escape as quickly and
I'm so
silently
excited.
as possible, where are you going, Martha?
I was planning to go to the Nightmare's place.
Did we
Oh, yeah,
ever
my
get
auntie
her
said-
note?
Oh, I should have had her live on Elm Street. That would have been awesome.
Hey, did we
That was a
ever
really
get
lost
her note
opportunity.
before we left? Because we can't see the invisible
I
servant.
sent it before y'all left.
Yeah, but
I
how
sent
fast
it.
does it go? Because
It
that's
goes 60
270
feet. It goes
feet.
60 feet.
It's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like six.
Why
six-
do you think
He
it
goes-
cleans the poop
He
deck
goes
so
faster
fast?
than my carpet.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
so
taking
it
a
caught
wait
up to
for
her. It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Right.
hey,
Yeah, you let me know.
Hey.
You let me know.
hey,
Here's a
it's
note.
Like
just-
trying to fly away, and
You're
it's just like,
There's a
hey,
note.
hey. Ridiculous.
If Benjen ever catches back up, Riven's like, you can have that. Piece of crap.
I feel.
Oh, here's the
I
magic
feel
word.
slightly
She
bad.
told everybody.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm over it.
Yeah.
They had already made this
It's been a
decision.
magical word
and
the whole time.
Sticking with it. So.
That's really funny. Everybody else gets these really cool things, and your carpet blows.
Slows down. Like
Station wagon. It's a station. It's a Subaru.
it's better for the group. But
Oh, I'm
not
upgrading
me.
my carpet, and then you're like, oh shoot, I messed up the wheel. I got the new transmission.
It's like when you turn. It's like when you exchange your Mustang GTO for
my
the
Equinox.
SUV.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the back back of the back of the rug has like it has a little family like photo, like pictures of everything.
Stick figure family on the back. I'll allow it. So,
So embarrassed.
yeah. So, Martha, you get out of the sewers, and you're gonna wind your way back to the tavern, which is called something that I wrote down. Anyways, you get back to the tavern. It's in my notes. The Warrior in Purse? That sounds right. No, that was where...
No.
No, because
I talked to the thief.
Yeah,
I talked to the Warrior in
knives.
Purse.
Nightmare had a different location. It was like down under something. I don't know. I just know Martha knows.
Bungalow.
Yeah.
Martha knows.
Well, so you talked to Boars at the
what do I do?
Cursed Candle.
Cursed
Cursed
candle.
candle.
Cursed
Yeah,
Candle. So you make your way back there. And
There it is. Found it.
you
You're a little rusty, man.
step
3
well,
weeks.
yeah.
He's
so
a
we-
detail.
Oh,
And
in my
he's
notes,
still better than I am. Wait till you see if his Russian accent's any good.
So yeah, you make it into the Cursed Candle, and
Think about growth.
you slow
Here?
you slow down kind of just to try and catch your breath. And as you're like walking up to the Cursed Candle, there's a couple of children who run out of the shadows and say, "Oi, so just a heads up, City Watch is looking all over the place for the newcomers. So I'd stay low if I could, if I were you.
Thank you.
So the nearest patrol's only 3 blocks away. So
I give him a piece of gold.
thanks."
Yeah.
And he grabs it and runs back down the hallway, and you see other kids like chasing him, trying to see what he has in his hand.
Yo, give me that.
You hear stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you step into the Cursed Candle, just slightly out of breath, but trying to maintain your composure. You see the room is still just as rowdy as ever, and that section where Boars was sitting is still kept empty. There are like 2 or 3 tables before you get to that dark corner with the little
Secret door?
Well, yeah, you don't know if there's a secret door, but it has like booth dividers that are kind of private. So you don't see anyone sitting in that section, but there are 2. Look, you can tell that they are thugs that belong to Boars that are standing there, making sure that the patrons don't sit in that area. So it's crowded, it's rowdy, and what would you like to do while you're here? You are apparently the first person to get back.
I'm gonna stay in that area. And say, and does anybody stop?
You begin moving off in that direction.
Do you look like yourself?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Like, wait.
Old lady.
You looked like the old lady last time you were here, and you spoke to Boris too. So, you tried to bluff your way. That's so funny. Okay, so yeah, you get to where you start walking over there, and one of the men holds up a sign. Old lady, why don't you go find yourself another table?
I'll find myself after every nightmare. Nightmare told me come here.
You
Name dropping nightmare.
no. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Oh, this is easy, right? Easy for Martha.
Easy. Martha Ronald's natural one.
Yeah.
That was a natural one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a natural one.
That was
But it's 11.
He
was a natural one.
He pulls his short sword slightly from its sheath and says, "I'd like to have to insist you find another place to sit, ma'am."
Well, I still insist I'm going to sit here.
He pulls his sword out and puts it in front of you, blocking your way. If you step forward, you will impale yourself on the short sword. What do you do? And you see the other gentleman there also pull his dagger from its sheath.
Is Carl in here with me?
Ka was with you, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man! Okay,
Yep.
so Ka has been following you.
Yep.
He is naked.
He has the hat on.
Yeah, but he doesn't have disguise on. So he can.
Oh, so he doesn't look naked.
Yep.
He's
Gotcha.
disguised as someone else.
Is he disguised as himself with clothes on?
Yep.
Oh man.
That's
Okay.
funny.
So, yeah, you've moved into the tavern, and Ka is with you. He sees you begin walking over that section, and he... does he have weapons?
He had a little.
Rapier.
Yeah, he had like a little metal jagged thingy that
Oh,
he grabbed.
okay, yeah,
his
yeah.
improvised weapon.
Got it. So, he... standing behind you, he kind of steps forward. I don't think you will want to do that, friend. We are very nice to
It's a much better Russian
to
accent.
those who are being nice to the elderly. She is old woman. She needs a nice place to sit. He's not going to sit with the rest of this rabble. Besides, the nightmare did send us, so we are here to talk to. Who are we going to talk to?
We're waiting for him to come.
We're waiting for Nightmare to meet us here. Okay.
I don't care who he is now. I got
So-
Benjen back.
Okay. So I rolled an 18 for our persuasion. The man suddenly looks up at the like 7 foot tall dragonborn who's standing behind him and has what is Ka's normal clothes? His armor. What does it look like?
Yeah, he would be heavily armored if he could.
Sure. So it looks like it is.
Yeah, and he would wear whatever colors were accustomed. Well, I guess he would wear whatever he wanted now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So it looks like very well. So
And you drop it.
it's a
Yeah,
plate
it's
type
like a bad date.
armor, but it has
We're home by 11.
it has scales inset into it, so it looks like it is type of a type of scaled mail, but it's actually like a single piece. It just looks nice on the Dragonborn. The man sizes him up, and all right. Well, I mean, if she doesn't show up, we're gonna have to kick you out. So, go ahead and find a seat, I guess. So.
Now sit in that section.
Yeah. So you sit in a booth or at a table.
The booth.
Okay. The booth where Boris was.
Yep.
Okay. You can go ahead and make an investigation check while you're here to see if there's anything hidden.
This one be natural. It's gonna be 8.
So there is just like sitting in there for a moment. You look around. You see a slight impression inside the top of the table that looks like it doesn't belong there.
I'll sit and look until everybody else comes.
Certainly. Okay. Everybody else flying slowly on the carpet.
There's like black smoke,
carpet.
like a black smoke just.
What are your characters doing?
Did
You
we
did receive the note.
Okay. So my question is, do I know how to get there from where I would come out?
Go ahead and make a survival or investigation check.
I wouldn't know the way. Just saying I'm a ranger.
No, you don't hang out in sewers.
Survival or what? Investigation.
You don't know.
How do you know? How do you know, DM?
That sounded
Because
really
I helped
judgy.
you write your character.
21.
Okay, so yeah, you are able to pave the way towards where everyone is supposed to be going, dodging where there is like water that's falling in from the top that is questionable in composition, and are able to make it back to the exact place where you came into the sewers. And out
Okay.
to
So
the-
from there, I would want to stow my carpet and walk back to the tavern.
Okay. So.
And I know, of course, the nightmare is dead. So
She is dead.
as far as all the townspeople know, they knew that they thought I was. Well,
Not
hang on.
all of them.
That's not true. Yeah, some
You
of them
were
knew
just
that I was a
passing
baker.
yourself as. Oh yeah, and that too.
There's only a handful who maybe actually knew that Nightmare was in town. Everyone else thought that you were Nightmare.
Yeah.
But when Nightmare came and collected you, she took you to her private villa.
Well, who did you tell that I was the baker? You said I was like Nightmare's.
Eldritch, I mean.
Eldrix.
Yeah, the guy that's in the ship.
The shipwright.
Yeah.
And pastime magic shop owner.
Yeah.
Who got robbed and beaten?
So everyone else thinks that
Or
I.
somebody.
Everyone else could be persuaded that I'm Nightmare.
It's possible.
Possibly. Okay. Well, that's the stance I'm going to take. I'm going to try to play it off as if I'm her.
Okay, are you going to try and make it back to the cursed candle?
Yes.
Or are you going to the ship? Okay. Because that's where Martha said
Yeah,
she was going.
that's where the note told me to go.
Certainly. So, while you are moving through the streets, do you want to take kind of back alleys or do you want to...
Back alleys, for sure. What time of day is it?
It is... you went in the evening, I think. So it is now early morning. There isn't anybody out really in the streets.
Okay. So we'll still stick with the alleyways, but I do want to I don't know how long the walk is, but I want to just talk to Haven throughout that whole process and just ask her, WTF, how did she get down there? Who are you? How did I fall for her thinking that was my sister?
Right. Yes.
All of
We
that.
didn't do this at all.
No.
You just grabbed her and went.
Yeah.
So she's kind of been in a state of shock, looking at you and and looking off and looking back at you, and so you're asking her questions. What do you want to ask her?
How did she come to be in a prison down there? And how did this person know? I mean, did she know that I was alive? Was she actually looking for me, or was this all a setup purely arranged by Nightmare?
Riven, is it really you?
Yes.
What?
Gideon, he keeps throwing hard stuff at me.
Okay. Well, Gideon, you don't get toys or.
Hey, you better grab something like a shield or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work
It's
on your
so
reflexes.
Step 1, protect
He
yourself.
doesn't get to play on the iPad tomorrow, so go
Ooh.
to bed. And he's loud now. Okay, so.
Personal victory for him.
It's all these years. So, how did you find me?
I thought I already found you. And I didn't know. I came here looking for our father. I thought he might be here. And
No.
Nightmare found me, but she played it off as if she was you.
That little wench. So, she just she's just frustrated, grunting and starting to say things, and then stops, and then starts again. And can you believe the gall of a woman who's a half sister of ours that would be just a vile creature to use?
I didn't know that when I had no idea.
Identity.
You killed your half sister, and then you mutilated her.
Their families.
Whoa! That happened.
I spent years trying to work on her to get her to just disavow her whatever fiery heritage she has, but it's just one thing after another, and I'm not entirely certain that it was her, but it was her that I am thinking was the one who got me in that dreadful place in the first place.
How did that happen? Did you just wake up and find yourself there, or?
No, nothing like that. It was just, I was working a job, and conveniently, the city watch happened to show up while I was, while I was cleaning up the place.
So what? I'm not even familiar with what it is that you do now.
Oh, well,
She was talking about stealing.
Yeah.
I take things from people who
Don't
have a
need
little
them.
bit too much that they hold on to.
Does that ever involve killing
Now
people?
and ever.
I mean, only on one or two occasions has it actually ever gotten to that point, but that is because they forced me in the corner. But where have you been? Where have you been?
I don't know if you're ready for all my stories.
I would certainly like to begin you trying to tell me the stories, but oh, 9 hells! What?
Tell her about Astral Sea.
So, first question. Do you have any connection with where Father is? Any idea? Have you heard from him?
He found me. Not. It's hard to tell how time passes when I don't know how long I was imprisoned, but I spotted him while I was out in the streets. But it was But Nightmare said that we should wait till after the morning came to meet up with him, so that we wouldn't have as many eyes on us.
So she's our half sister. Who's her father?
She was, sir.
And mother.
Well, our father is Philip.
And that's her father.
No,
Okay.
we share a mother.
And do we know who her father is or was?
Oh.
I was trying to go kill him too.
No, I never asked. I just know that Glacia is her mother, just like ours.
Have you had any contact with her?
It was only no, definitely not. Nightmare forbid it, but she said it was for my own good that she was looking for us.
Hmm.
And she said me, but I would assume it would be us now that I know that you're still alive.
Well, I wonder what she was plotting, because she knew that I was coming to town. She flagged me down, so she arranged this somehow.
She arranges a lot of things in a spider web. What a waste.
So what's up with these earthquakes? Have you been here for a while? Is this
I've been
normal?
in this town for only a couple of months now.
Okay. Are these earthquakes
Never
normal?
had anything like this happen now.
Okay.
I don't know. Steven totally made it up.
Yeah.
This is, I'm just a fortunate circumstance that it was able to bring us back together.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I like
Maybe
how
we
not
can-
trusting she is already.
Yeah. Maybe we can
Kill her too.
Riven doesn't learn from her mistakes.
Maybe we can get lucky and find our father.
I certainly hope so. I really hope he's alright.
So for now, we're gonna go meet with my
Mother.
party.
In-law.
One of my friends, one of my party members. I don't think that you saw her, but she's completely trustworthy.
It's fun. It's fun.
We're gonna go meet her at the Cursed Candle.
You broke me out of that cell. And anyone who breaks me out of that cell is all right by my standards. Thank you all. She looks around to everyone else that's around her and thanks and nods. And you see, she is.
Does she have all the scars and the mole in the right place?
She has, yes, she does have some scars that looks like she might have gotten into maybe a scuffle where there's like some scarring over the side of her, and you do see the mole on her face, and she is like very animated when she talks, and she's gesturing things with her left hand and everything. So it go ahead and roll an insight check with advantage because she is your sister. That you are.
Climb down.
Yeah, exactly.
Golly. 7.
So she does appear, for all intents and purposes, to be your sister.
Okay. I
I
want to ask her a couple of things like memory related, like
Certainly. Just for flavor.
What color was
just
a
so you
fire
know-
truck when
just
we were
just
kids?
yeah. This
there's a
reminded-
red.
Trick question.
This reminded me of the time that we blah blah blah, whatever.
So you bring up how she used to be scared of heights while you would climb trees much higher than her, and when she would try to chase you up into the trees, she would kind of get stuck and she'd get petrified, and she laughs and she says, "Yeah, no, I kind of got over that. Now I actually prefer coming in from the ceiling. It's not a lot of guards up there. We normally station them out front, so it's a lot easier to get down and into and out of places if you're coming from the top." realize that she is now probably the same age as you. Because
Oh,
yeah. She was 3 years younger than you.
Not
Yeah.
really your
She
little
is
sister.
now
No,
as
You're
old
twin.
as you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so there,
Interesting.
she is still like, it appears maybe she didn't have as much of a past of killing so many people.
Doing all the bad things.
But she has not been, by any stretch of the imagination, a saint over the past several years that you have not found her or seen her. She does describe that when she was, well, I don't know if you wanted to ask questions about like when she was taken and things like that, or save that for later.
Yeah, later.
Sure. So yeah, just it seems like it's Haven from your youth, from like she remembers the mountain home and she
I'm
remembers
gonna roll with it then.
Philip. So yeah, you finally get to the cursed candle, and a couple of kids come out of the darkness. Hey, Nightmare, there's people there looking for you. So you should probably stay inside or stay low for a little while.
What kind of people?
Well, the city guard for one, they're going around, they're breaking into houses and they're ripping people out and they're asking them if they've seen anyone. But I haven't seen anyone pointing them your way, and we kind of just stick around, just trying to keep our ears open but not stay in their way. They kick us when we get in the way. So.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
All right, thanks. And he like stands there for like a couple of seconds.
Do I have any kind of like food treats?
You have like stone rations. Like you take them when you're traveling, and they last for weeks at a time. So it's like salted beef and like jerky.
I give him some of that.
All right, so thanks. And he takes off running, and one of the other kids starts snatching it, and he slaps him. And he keeps running down the aisle, the alleyway. You make it into the cursed candle. You see sitting off near the other side of the room a booth where Ka and Martha are both seated at the table. Ka is kind of restless, looking over his shoulder, but he looks like he's completely armored, and he has like this large khopesh at his hip. And he's just looking around at the
Maybe
scene
20 years younger, 20, 30 years younger.
He takes off a little. I mean, he can. So,
Yeah.
yeah. His scales don't have that graying to the edge. No. Like he just like leans up and like takes the little lantern that's hanging above him and hits it a little, so it just starts like swinging like he's bored. And Martha and Ka are both sitting there. So what are you doing?
And they're at like a far end.
Yes, on the side where it's kind of sectioned off, where there's nobody sitting at those tables, and there are two men who are standing there.
There's two men standing there?
There are two men who look like they belong to boars, and they keep people out from sitting in that area. But one of them is sitting down at a table with a drink, but he's looking around. He's got his hand on his hilt of his dagger, and the other guy is just standing there with his arms crossed, looking across the room and
he sees me?
scanning. He does see you.
So I walk directly over to him and I say, you need to leave so we can have a personal conversation.
Oh, well, anything you say?
Told you.
Anything? Yeah, so you hear coming from behind you, Martha. Told you! Just like, he looks back around. So you need the whole area? Do you want me to clear out the entire bar? Do you want, what do you want me to do?
This half of the building's fine.
Alright, we'll just stand right here and keep the patrons away. They'd like to crowd in once we step out.
Yeah, you can stand a little further up.
Alright, yeah. So he moves a little further out, and he begins shoving people from those tables out. He's like clearing an even bigger space, and the people are like, oh, yeah, if you're gonna come to the cursed candle, you're gonna play by Boles' rules. The Boles' rules come from that one. A couple of guys look over and they make like religious symbols of warding, like, oh gosh, there's a devil in there. There's a devil. She's gonna kill us all. So they move over and they clear out, and so you now have this side of the tavern to yourselves.
Did you guys get a drink? If not, I'm gonna get a drink for everyone.
I'm good.
I still get you a drink.
It's just us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just the 4 of us.
Everyone except Benjen.
He's gone.
They're all Sai.
Who's that?
Wait, who's
You
side?
made it over
there?
Wait, it's a side?
I don't
Wait.
guess.
Yeah, you were with them on the carpet.
He was.
Yeah.
They allowed
no.
it.
Yeah, that's it. We want
Yeah.
more if we
But
can.
I would have had to have left my beast.
Oh,
Which
yeah,
is
that
fine.
ape's not getting on.
No, which
Riven's
is fine
carpet.
because I'll just.
did you just like tell them what would you doing while all this is happening? Well, you're traveling to the sewers.
Go, be
and
free.
Pick up some rocks and throw it at it.
It's falling
He's
apart.
crying.
I'm actually going to talk to you about that because I used something that we briefly spoke about but didn't say if it was legit or not.
Okay.
As far as like forcing my spirit animal or my animal spirit into another animal.
Yeah, so it's a ritual that you need to cast.
Yeah,
Did you do that?
right, but I did that with that, but then I could just, I assume, just release the spirit and just leave the body.
Ooh, that's kind of cryptic. I'll allow it.
Why would it be? Where does the spirit go when it dies? Back to...
You aren't sure. However,
Should have skipped so much class.
you're basically like
So it was...
conjuring an animal form and then just sucking its soul from it and leaving a lifeless shell where its body was before. I mean,
Yeah.
it's hardly better than you murdering it outright,
Sure.
or like forcing it into a battle.
So
where it's gonna die.
yeah, so if I had to like
Yeah.
slit its throat and then just so it could die
Yeah,
and then
please.
resummon it, that's a lot more
Mucho take
graphic.
it easy, man.
I just rather just like as an action or however long, just
yeah, I think that
send
is,
it back to where it goes and then what?
Send them
So
to
okay,
the
so
lady.
so the wording of the spell makes it seem like what you can do is use the
Another
ritual to create a new body, and then if you have another animal that you have, then the spirit would leave that animal's body and go into the form that you're making for it. So,
Sure,
uh,
but we
if you
talked
do that,
about
it might.
we talked about a beast that already had a soul or spirit inside, and me saying,
Yeah, so
I own you now.
doing that, you oh man, doing that when you
It's more like a
release
homebrew thing.
Ezra from it, it might revert back to what it was before, which was kind of a crazy ape monster.
And your carpet's too slow to outrun it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Have you seen So how do you want to do this? How do you want to continue on? Do you want to kill it outright, or do you want to allow the other beast to live and try and give it a chance for survival?
Peter's watching.
Pete has.
So if I end up letting it survive,
What would Mythos do?
well, I mean,
WWE.
how would it survive?
I mean, you don't know.
Life finds its.
It could try and take a life living in the sewers.
So
It
it
could try
would
to
still
escape.
have its own
Intelligence,
soul or intelligence or whatever.
and soul inside.
Sure, I would just leave it alive.
All right. So yeah, you see it kind of like shake its head a bit, and it just
And then I just say, "Scram! Get out of here!" It's
running
probably
on all
like
fours.
10 times my height.
It's huge, and it just turns around and then begins running away. It grabs onto some of the piping on the top and begins scurrying down the piping.
I'll see you again.
The plague monster.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Whoever
This
you are,
black
yeah.
pudding on the ceiling just kind of.
Oh.
No, that's not what happened. So, yeah, so you do that then, and you follow everyone else. Has anyone given you clothes?
No, I'm still naked.
But he's had many opportunities.
He has
Yeah.
opportunities. Yeah.
I,
He's chosen
like
to
Benjen
forget
had a robe like I don't know what was it, 2 minutes? I think that was where we were at. But
Benjen's like, oh, first thing, let me get clothes.
All right. Would you like to try and procure clothes?
No.
Because you're
What time
you're
of
going
the
to
day
stand
is it?
out. It is the early morning. It is
Are you getting on my
2
carpet?
in the morning.
Were you trying to get on the carpet?
Ooh, he's gonna.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get on the carpet, I'm gonna say you have to put something on.
Yeah, especially with the shag carpet.
Well,
now
I
it's gonna
don't
be all
have
up in there.
anything,
have a wash
anything to
session.
use.
From one of the dead bodies. Don't even care.
What is
So this would have been a
Oh,
conversation
guards. Sure,
back
sure.
at the.
Yeah.
So yeah, you pull. So
I'll
the
just-
clothes are too big for you.
No,
obviously.
I'm not wearing them. I'll set them on the carpet and like
Oh,
that
sick.
way I
And that's
don't.
fine.
That
I'm
way
okay
I'm
with
not like touching her carpet with my
Fair
skin.
enough. There is a
Even though I'm silky smooth,
yeah
like all over.
hairless little halfling. So yeah, you sit on
Hey,
on there.
stout. I'm stout though.
Yes, of course. So you are on the carpet until you get to the alleyway where you went down into the sewers.
Sure.
So you
Yep.
are now naked in the city,
Carrying clothes.
carrying clothes. What do you want to do?
I just if they're gonna let me follow them, I just follow them whatever they're doing.
So what looks like a naked child following your group.
A hairless naked child.
If Benjen shows up, he's like,
I want.
"What happened?"
Hey, as she's
Colin,
going back
he'd
to
be
talk
like,
with
"You're
Martha,
gone."
could
Yeah.
I order some food and
Go.
a drink? Just like call someone over and be like, hey, could I get your strongest ale and
And an apron.
So yeah, you kind of like slunk in behind everyone else with them clearly, and not really anybody notices you because they're all staring over at Riven and Evendur, and they.
Oh, you're flying.
Yeah.
You flew.
He flew out, yeah. So yeah, they're following, and they make it to where it is, and you ask for food and drink,
Yeah.
not for clothes.
They're gonna refuse service to you.
If they have clothes my size.
Sure. While you're passing by,
Then I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Sai walks up to Kai.
Ka.
Ka, he's like, Sai. He's like, Ka, I love you. Go away. He's like, does he let him touch him?
You're naked.
Oh, you don't like Ka. Never mind. Yeah, no, he
He doesn't
doesn't
keep my son in his underwear out of the shot.
Yeah.
So we don't have.
After I repaid saving his life.
Yes.
So yeah, you while everyone's walking by, you like tug on the skirt of one of
Excuse me.
the serving maids.
Rub some dirt on my face.
She turns around and slaps one of the men at the table behind her and says, "How dare you!" And then
Could I have pinched her bottom for that?
Yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Just so she slaps the other dude. Nice. Sleight at 22.
Okay, yeah, she didn't know it was you, so she slaps the other guy,
And I just laugh.
and it goes over and you laugh, and she looks down. Oh, what are you doing here? Where are your clothes?
I'm looking for my mom.
I think she knows who you are.
So
I think she knows.
you're like muscled. You've got scars all over you
Right.
from training animals.
He has no eyebrows.
You have no idea.
No eyebrows.
Oh, you're all
no
scarred
hair.
up.
Oh,
You
yeah,
look like
yeah.
a miniature man. Like she is expecting a child. You say, "Where's my mom?" She recoils like.
You look like
"Whoa.
Benjamin Button.
Oh gosh.
But his voice is kind of deep.
Go ahead and make a
Where's my
deception
mom?
check.
It's gonna fail.
Hey, where's my mom, huh?
Oh, not bad. 17.
I don't know. But let me get you something. Hold on. And she rushes off.
Oh,
A dress.
it's kind of like how, like when it's shaved, it looks bigger. That's what you're pulling off, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, Benji. Shouldn't have gone there.
You think that it's more like a reaction, like from Seinfeld when they see the ugly baby. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
gosh.
I do
Yes,
have
it's
a
quite
9
breathtaking.
charisma, so it's slightly below. that.
Below average, yeah.
So, yeah, she sees you, and she rushes off. She comes back, and she has on. She says, "So these are my boys, but you can wear them." She brings you their children's clothes.
There's a costume.
But they will fit you.
No, it's like one of the like little German,
Yeah,
like the overall shorts.
No, bro.
Osh, gosh, my gosh.
You got a big lollipop now?
I'll just put the
It comes with a matching hat.
With a propeller.
And like those little like knee-high socks. With
Who is
wooden
it?
clogs.
What was the kid's name in The Simpsons? Yodel was the kid's name.
Oh gosh.
Please don't check me. I'm
Yes.
full of chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she brings out a pants and just like a loose-fitting shirt that has like stains on it from the kid probably wearing it earlier, and she brings it out. Yes, there you go. I don't know who your ma is. Sorry, and she turns away. And
Hey, I need some food and drink. I'm with them.
she looks up at where you're talking, and everyone's kind of like moved away from you.
Damn.
I don't think that's the right side of the room for you. It's so they're grown-ups and they do grown-up things on that side of the room. And so
Yeah, who's this kid with us?
he's not.
Yeah.
She's not like making eye contact with you because you're an ugly baby to her.
Yikes.
But she's like, but she's trying to explain it to you in like the simpleness of way a child could explain that that's the dangerous people you don't go over there.
Yeah.
I don't know where she is. I'm sorry. But if you want, you can sit up. I can go help you sit up on the bar, and I'll bring you. Will you want some bread or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'll bring you some bread and some milk. So she goes up to go get you a child's supper.
I just put the pants on in front of everybody there,
Yeah,
but not the shirt.
Like-
I just look at the shirt and I just throw it.
Like strangely enough, like nobody is even looking. Like everyone's really engaged in their own conversations.
Oh,
They're all
wow.
kind of like favoring their drink, and at this point, like people are pretty wasted at this time of the day. Like they have been drinking for a while.
Oh, maybe pickpocket?
Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
We don't know him.
24.
Okay, you are able to gather 5 gold pieces.
Oh, speaking of that, did I lose everything? Like all the gold that I had from starting out? I lost everything.
It's all in prison.
So I have 5 gold to my name. Nice.
Benjen also lost a lot.
I got a sword. I got this wicked burlap robe though.
Yeah, so you make it there. You're sitting at the table. Benjen, you climb out into the night.
Yeah.
The drop from where you are. Oh, this isn't the right music for that.
Oh. I'll start doing it.
I'm so happy to be free.
Where's that little fat kid with all the chocolate? I'm hungry.
Okay, so you drop down onto where there's kind of like overgrown grass that leads off, and it kind of it kind of sinks in, like the floor is a little bit muddy. You hear off in the distance some night creatures. There's like the howling of some type of canine-like creature in night. And up on the wall, you see there are sentries that are kind of patrolling back and forth, and they have torches in their hands. But other than that, you are on the outside, and you hear kind of the rushing of a river off in the distance.
Can I? Yeah, okay. So I go towards the river. Can I tell if the arcane little bubble is still over the city, or can you only see when you're close to that?
So you don't see anything.
Okay, I go towards the river. I want to get towards the east docks because I never went to Nightmare on Elm Street's house, and yeah, so I'd leave.
And you knew that Eldrix was on that side as well, so
Yeah.
that might be a way to...
I go to
bring
Eldric's
that
boat.
Okay, so go ahead. Judging by the stars, you can tell that you are on that side of the city. You aren't sure how far away you are from the docks, though. But you do know that you're on this side, the city side of the river, so...
I just follow it downstream then.
Yeah. It doesn't take too long. You get to a place where the mud finally ends, and there's just open water and wall that goes into the water.
From you?
Yeah. Oh, you want me to change it? I can
No,
change
it's fine now that I know that he's dying.
Just my heart.
it. Oh gosh. Oh man. Okay. Let's see. Here's,
Has the city died down? Like, does it seem not chaotic now?
I don't. Yeah,
that
that's a
this
good question. I don't even know what's going on. I wonder where I am in
yeah,
the
while you are
storyline.
wandering the streets, you only hear like the movement of what sound like soldiers kind of moving around while you're making your way to the cursed
It's like
candle.
2 a.m., right?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone else is
Most people are
inside.
sleeping.
There are buildings that look like they have damage, like structural damage to them, and a couple that have like openly just collapsed into a sinkhole that's underneath them, probably from the bullets. There's only one avenue that you cross through that has a.
Is that what caused the earthquakes?
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, so
I ain't saying nothing.
there is one avenue where there is blood everywhere, and you don't know what happened here, but you're just happy you weren't around for whatever it was.
There's an airship. Part of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no, you didn't cross over by that section of the city. So, yeah, so you make your way to where the water ends, and it's kind of just like lapping on the shore, but you do see. Oh, what
Well, this is perfect timing. I meet Eldrick's boat and shipmate or whatever.
Why is Ghostbusters coming
I
on?
don't know. I walk in. I swagger up to the boat. Pull out my
So,
ectoplasm gun.
okay, so you're going to try and swim? It's maybe
Oh.
200, 300 feet away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta take a robe off.
Alright, yeah, that would definitely be harder to swim in.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So dagger, loincloth, and Karnas sword. Twin, yeah.
Yeah, so you do have it in its scabbard, like it was
Yes.
held in it, so you can like loop that around your shoulder so it's not going to get in your way. or
Isn't that
whatever.
like super heavy?
Quiet.
It's
Riven.
like- it's-
It falls off and
Just
drifts.
saying.
It's actually like Riven's like, I bet it's a short sword now. It does 1d6, but it looks prettier.
It's less
It's
potent.
it's like a 20-pound sword. It's
Yeah.
pretty heavy.
There's no way it's 20 pounds.
Like a hefty like
No.
military sword.
No, that's way more.
10.
I think a heavy sword's like 8 pounds.
8 pounds? Okay,
Mhm.
done. Deal.
Deal. Done.
8.
Write it down. Write it. Locked in.
So, fortunately, you have been you have been moving a lot more than a month ago in your life.
Yes.
So you are sort of conditioning for this. You aren't.
Oh.
Triathlon. It's triathlon.
Hand and a half swords rarely weigh more than 4.5 pounds,
Oh, all right.
according to Wikipedia.
Our deal was 8. No, I'm just kidding. So,
You didn't say never, it said
Lock it in.
so
rarely.
you tell me, does Benjen know how to swim?
Yeah. I mean, it's freaking hot where he grew up, so
Yeah.
he probably
I only dog
he does like the side stroke, like the rescue stroke for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's a lot. I mean, I prefer the rescue.
Yeah, he's not freestyling.
Um,
He is freeballing.
yes, you make your way through the water off in that direction. I'll need
Sorry.
you to make one.
And then the minnows
Athletics
come out.
check.
To
One athletic
Oh, let me tell you, you're gonna
15.
fail this.
plus 4. 19.
It's,
19,
it's
yeah.
multiple checks, right?
So-
For the distance.
No,
Oh.
it's not too far. I just wanted to see how long it took him to get from point
Yeah.
to 5 feet.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take you very long. And swimming in the darkness.
Oh yeah, and I do the rescue stroke because it's not making so much noise.
I gotta turn this.
That's what the
Hey,
Navy SEALs do.
Hey, walking back to the bar, did anyone talk about Benjen or
No, nobody said anything about Benjen
Riven
in
was
like
talking to
3
Haven.
sessions.
Evendur.
I have not.
Yeah.
But Benjen's swimming, he's like, I bet Jeffrey's so worried about me. I better find him as quick as I
We
can.
saw
You're
him.
so worried about
We
me.
saw him die. I saw him die.
Oh yeah.
Like,
real.
literally. You know,
Yeah, no,
and
that
then-
would have been a really sad thing to see. Just like,
He died.
there's nothing I can do for his body.
I mean, his back would have broke because he was in the claw when he jumped when the Glabrazu jumped out of the window.
Yeah.
It would have been
Yeah, I'm
like Exorcist minus
he's
the
like
possession.
I know he's
Yeah.
dead. He can't be
We're
alive.
dead.
You can't.
Gross.
If he's not dead, he's useless.
he's a quadriplegic fighter
Yeah.
So
in a magic wheelchair?
We had to use unseen servants to hold him up.
He used my crappy
Yeah.
carpet.
Yeah, I bet you Benjen touched it. That's why the scene sucks.
So, yeah, you make it. No, I like this one better.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so you make it. It doesn't take you very long to make it to the ship. Well, to the docks. There are several ships that have been docked now, and you can see a single ladder that is like it's more like boards that have been hammered into the side of one of the pier legs that sticks out over the water that you were able to climb up out of the water. So. Doing that, you get up onto the port onto the pier, and are looking over into your night surroundings. You don't really see anybody moving around. Go ahead and make a perception check.
9.
9. So it's very dark.
Yes.
You do see some guards that are off by the city that look like they're blocking the way to the docks. And you hear from where you are, just kind of like peering out in the darkness, you hear like something has been like shuffled on one of the boats near you.
Okay, I try to. Can I get on that boat?
You can make your way over to it. So let me. I don't have a map for.
No need for a map. No need to fight.
So
yeah.
So I was just gonna give you a visual perspective of where you are. So the pier goes out. It is connected to the one that you're on doesn't currently have a boat on it. But there are piers that come out every 100 feet or so, and you could go back to shore. Go back to shore. Walk down to the next one, and then walk out to where the boat was, where you think you heard kind of like something shuffling. But you do recognize, because you went to Eldrix's boat and convinced him to take his sail off. You recognize Eldrix's boat is docked 3 boats down, and the sails are tied back up onto it.
Okay. At least they listen well. I want to try to get to that boat. I want to try to get to Eldric's boat.
Without being seen.
If I have to be seen, I'd like to. Yeah, without being seen.
I'll need you to make a stealth check.
Okay. Is it going to be easier to hide in the shadows, or to just like swim over to it?
So if you make an athletics check, then that could give you advantage on your stealth roll. If you roll high enough.
Okay. Athletics. 13.
Okay.
And then stealth?
Yes. So go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay. ¿Dónde está? There it is. 21.
Sure. So moving along, you for the first section of it, you kind of like risk it going from like a couple of barrels that are just sitting on there, and they appear to be open without anything in them. You duck behind those. You quickly dash over to another section of crates that have been like haphazardly placed, like someone left them in a hurry, and then you hear the sound of a couple of city guards moving out. Dang
them.
Ghostbusters,
Marshmallow Man.
Now I need to have a ghost encounter. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so you hear city guards come, and you climb down the side of the stones into the water, and then swim over to where the boat of Eldrick is docked, and there is like cutouts in the side of the boat to get back up from the water on the side, so you can climb in that way.
Yes, okay.
All right.
I do it.
You climb in. The guards don't appear to have noticed you. And as you go over onto deck, you see, as you pop your head over the side, you see Eldrick's just like sitting there, like looking up at the stars, just like
Plotting.
It looks like he's awake and looking, but he's not moving. He's just kind of like staring off. What do you do?
Just plotting to kill you.
He hasn't seen you yet.
I was like, I missed him.
What's in the room?
So you're just on the top of the deck.
I don't know.
There is the wheel that he uses to steer the rudder of the ship.
What did I do?
And there is, it appears to be pretty free of anything. There's like a bundle of rope next to him on the side, on his far side of him. and it just looks like him. When it goes down into the rest of where the ship is, you see a couple of other of his crew who are like ducked down and they're grabbing things and moving them over, and one of them's tying things off. It looks like they're doing things.
Who was with me? Was it Martha with me when we went to go find Eldritch?
It was
Oh yeah,
Evendur.
it's Evendur.
It was Evendur. Because you both were the ones who went through the bullets cave.
Okay. So I want to be holding Karnath's sword instead of it around my belt or waist because that would look funny in a loincloth. I mean, I'm not Conan.
Yeah.
So I walk up to Eldrick's.
So you're like
Eldrick?
over, like looking over the side. You see him sitting like right here.
Yeah.
Like he's like you could smack him if you wanted.
Yeah. Oi, Eldrick.
What you done? And he like grabs something and takes a swing at you.
Okay. I got a 15 AC.
Oh, 15 AC?
What?
Yes.
Even unarmored?
Unarmored.
Plus 5 AC, plus 10 plus, right?
You're naked.
10 plus dexterity.
5, suckers.
What?
You have 20 dexterity? Yeah. So he...
Just FYI, fighters, like,
I was like,
they
jeez.
they get a lot of bonuses.
Holy moly. Okay, yeah, so he like grabs what looks like a little piece of wood, like smacks right at your head, and you duck back away, and it just...
If I can, I want to grab his wrist.
Chop
Can I
off.
grab his wrist?
Yeah, you got his wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oi, I thought we were friends.
What the devil are you doing? Climbing up the side of my boat. What is...
Oh yeah, he stutters, I forgot.
What
He didn't used to stutter though, did he?
No.
are you
Ever
doing?
since you guys ruined his life.
I'm like this to him, I'm like shh on his lips.
Oh no.
Soaking wet.
Yes,
Have you seen
get on board. They'll never see you.
Oh okay, yeah, I get down then. Yeah, for sure. Sounds like he knows what he's talking about now. Yeah, I tell him, get in your bed now.
I'm not tired.
I'm playing with my brothers and my sisters.
So, so he climbed back down
Yeah.
to the deck. You're sopping wet and just dripping on, and he looks down. What did you do to the city? They're looking all over the place. We were on deck when the city guard tried to come in and to take everyone.
Have you seen Evendur? Have you seen my friends?
I haven't seen any of the thieves that you
I asked him how long has it been since we left?
Since you told my men to take down the sails of my ship.
They put it back up.
Oh, yeah, after I told them to put it back up.
But no, we told them to put it back up. Remember, this is our boat now. I got scars everywhere. I don't know if it makes me look more hardcore or less. The boat is gonna go back into your name, but I need it to get me and my friends out of here. Now, me and my friends, we went to what do they call it? The maid shower in the city? I don't know.
So you would call it the Wizard's Tower, but you don't know what it's actually.
Yeah, we went to the Wizard's Tower and we encountered a little bit of trouble.
Why would you go to the lead shower?
I'm telling you right now, you need to stay on your boat. There's at least a demon and 4 or 5 dozen other beasts walking around causing havoc.
Somehow I feel like this is your fault.
I mean, it's a very abstract concept, but I wouldn't disagree with you. Suffice it to say that you don't want us as enemies. I need to find my friends.
We were stuck here on the boat until morning.
I need you to tell me how to get back to the inn that we met you at. That's the last place that Evendur or I know.
Yeah, it's
right there, and you can see there's an inn that's like kind of lit, and you can see it from the docks.
Yeah.
It's a very
Okay,
docks.
I need you to. Do you have an extra set of clothes?
We have some clothes.
I look at
You're
what he's
gonna have
wearing.
to pay me for them.
I look what he's wearing is what he's wearing nicer.
I mean, you're not wearing anything, so what he is wearing is actually.
But does what he have?
Oh, he hasn't shown you.
Oh, let's see what you got, and we can barter for it.
Why wouldn't you just rob him again?
Right now, I don't know how to steer a ship.
Ah, you still need him.
Yeah, I still need that, but I don't think he realizes that yet.
So he There's a small.
If I can get Evendur back, then I bet you we could
Rob
rob
him
him
again.
again.
So there's a groove in the top, and he like pulls on it, and you see the small section just slide over. Right, go below, and then all the clothes are behind us, and I'll show you. There's the clothes are in the storing cell.
Yeah, let him go first.
Oh, very well. But you got to close behind you because if someone's looking, they'll be able to find the hole. So he
Yes.
climbs down.
Today, Junior.
He climbs down. He's kind of crouching down into this hold area that is apparently a smuggler's hold.
Huh?
He moves over, and there's a couple of boxes over, and he pulls them aside, and there's a chest, and it has several drawers, and he pulls one of them out, and it has some clothes. It looks like they are traveler's clothes. Like there's a heavy cloak that's well worn for traveling, and then there's darker clothing, like it's like greens and blacks. For
I'll wear the travelers with the cloak. It'll probably hide my sword better.
Yeah,
And it has a hood.
it does.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna put that on, and then head over to the inn.
Okay.
So listen, you stay here. Where's my crew?
Your crew's all on deck here.
You
waiting
stay
to
here.
Sail.
You stay here. I'll make you the richest man in the world.
I feel like I've ever heard something like that before.
Oh
Literally said it.
I just look at him. And I don't say anything. I turn around and I leave. I'm like, that's fair. That's fair.
So you're expecting him to leave, though, right?
Yeah, I'm expecting.
He
to.
says,
Back here or whatever.
He's not
"You're
gonna.
not back just after daybreak. We're planning on setting sail."
That's agreeable.
Okay.
All right, go to the inn.
All right. So there are city watch. I'll just need to make one more stealth check.
Okay.
See if you can get by him without being noticed.
Come on, Lucky Yellow.
This is how you lose money.
Yeah. 16.
16. Yeah. So you go down off the deck, and there is a spot where they're moving in between, where you see the two different patrols that are there, and you're moving towards a dark alleyway. And out of the alleyway begins walking one or two soldiers who are there, and they're like peering into the shadows, and one of them like kicks over a shack where there's a man sleeping inside, and he's like, "Get out of here! You're not supposed to be in these sections!" And he's yelling at him. The man's like batting away at him, and so because they're distracted by him, you kind of duck over to the side so they can't see you. The noise that it's making kind of attracts the attention of the two other sentries on the sides. So they're looking over you. There is a window that is right behind you that you could climb through into a house that you could probably sneak through to get onto the other side and move down.
I'll do that.
Okay, so you move into the house.
Mhm.
The window it doesn't make a noise as it opens up. There is a cloth on the other side, and you wait for a moment, like hearing the alleyway sounds, make sure that they're not coming in. Then you take a peek really quick, and you don't see anyone moving. The room itself looks like it is where a wash basin is. So when you climb in through, it does. You don't make too much noise. You hit one a stack of what appear to be dishes that have been washed that are just there, and they kind of like clink a little, and you like put your hand over them to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
And wait to hear if anyone had heard you.
Oh, if they're glass, then maybe no, I shouldn't take them. That angel vision may turn to a bad one. Okay, I don't do that.
So you hold it there for a second and close the window behind you, and with the noise of the alleyway blocked out, you hear the sounds of snores coming from the other room.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna walk out the door of the house.
Alarms.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
tip over
right
the
now.
lantern.
All right.
No, I've made too many bad decisions.
Certainly. So you're in the house.
This character.
You move over to the other room. There is a single bed where there's a man, a woman, and two children. They're all bundled together under a blanket, trying to keep warm in the night. And It's a single bed, and you see on the other side of the room just like a table that has like some crude-looking children's toys. Like they look like someone took a dried stalk of bread and then like stuck branches into it. This inedible bread.
It's a
is now a doll.
crouton with like.
It's a crouton doll.
Yeah.
And it's there, and so like you see them, like, check for a moment, and nobody appears to be woken from you, and you open the door
Yeah.
and move out into the night. And as you are turning to close the door,
Santa.
the one of the boys, or one of the a boy, sits straight up, wide-eyed, and he's looking at you as you are there with the door closing. Or do you just like close the door and just move away?
Yeah.
Or do you like?
He's like this.
Lantern.
Yeah. I just, if I can, I wink at him and then I close the door. I don't know. Is that creepy? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that is creepy. That
I mean,
is
slightly.
Yeah.
I'm just in your house.
No judging.
Yeah.
I make kissy face out.
So, you close it, and as you close the door, you hear this, Dad!
Yeah.
And so you quickly move down the street that you have walked into, and are keeping like as normal of a pace as possible, and realize it must be very late. Everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
So you kind of try sticking to the shadows. Did you go to the cursed candle?
That's where we met Eldrick, right?
No.
No,
No.
that was
You met at the,
No,
the one across from the port.
Yeah, I would have. That's the place I'm going to.
Oh, the wrong one.
Wherever we met Eldrick, that's where I'm going to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you passed that. That was up by the docks.
Yeah, I don't know where the cursed candle is.
Okay.
I wouldn't know. I would have just gone to the one.
That he
So,
knows.
retcon.
To go to
Certainly. Okay, so coming away from the other direction, going off into by that wharf dock, there's a patrol that's kind of in the area, and they say, "Oh, what's your business?"
Oh, it's just a late night drink. Couldn't sleep.
Well, I think we're all gonna need a drink after tonight, aren't we?
Oi, yes.
Did you happen to see any of these? There's some panthers jumping around, just trying to chase them down.
There's a panthers. Oh, no, there's a gang of wolves that ran down my street. I figured it's safer at the inn with everybody else.
Oh, I thought they took them. Oh, I thought they got them with wolves. Well, most of them don't want that. But what do you do? Huh?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. How do you, I mean, I'd like to get out of here for a few days. Do you know when they're gonna let people leave?
Well,
the
as soon as
shield is on.
sunrise comes up, they'll start letting people out again. But
Yeah.
right now, it seems they're trying to what's that word? Quarantine the whole section. The
I just
city.
grit my teeth. I'm like I can't fix it.
They've
Yeah,
got many patrols out right now.
So I look older, right? And I'm like, oh, well, you boys be safe. I mean, I remember doing my time and trying to sit around and hurry up and wait and guard trees. So wish you all the best of luck. Be safe out there.
These boats aren't moving on their own. What are they going to do? You get up and float away?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, flying boats. There's no flying boats around here.
That was insane.
Did you see if I saw there was 2 boats. Did you see if the other boat made it out?
So, bloke of mine,
Ships?
I was not on duty at the time. Obviously, I was sleeping.
Yeah.
But-
Probably if you were, the boat would have never made it out.
Well, of course. I appreciate
You
you
were on
saying
duty.
that. Yeah. You see, I've been telling you. This is what I've been trying to tell you. They should have put me on watch with airship people. They think they're all high and mighty sitting on there. Boats up.
Yeah.
Didn't know
And you're like-
fishing people die.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
I hear there's 121 spots open.
Yeah, I hear they're aggressively hiring one. You said that when there was a big fireball that just kept flying out of the city.
Also, it made it out of the quarantine.
Oh yeah, them airships they just fly in and out.
Man, wouldn't it be nice to own one of those?
Right? Not my life, but it would be if it would, right?
Right. Well, hey, I'm gonna head over to the end. Is there maybe a better place that I might go?
Well, this one here, the drinks just completely it's like drinking just cow piss, just I don't know why you would do that to yourself.
It's all, it's relative to what you can afford.
There's a couple. There's a warrior in Perth. It's one I like going to.
Yeah.
It's got fancy ladies there, but then we also got another one. What's the other one? Something in the section city. Oh, it's the one they don't like city guards going to. We don't go to that one.
Oh, a little bougie, huh?
Well, there's
What's the name of
people
that?
go missing after they go there for some reason. I don't.
What was the name of it?
Oh, it's the cursed candle. That one is. That one's.
Well, I'll see which ones are around when. What's the best way to be getting around without any trouble from the
Right,
guards?
so this one here is Carapace. So if you're going to head down this street, you head out and he gives you directions to both. And the directions are pretty accurate. These
Okay.
pretty good.
Yeah, so I want to go to that one, wait for a little bit, leave a note with Halfling barkeep. Hey, if you see my friends, tell them to go here, and then start going to all the bars. I guess.
Pub crawl. Okay,
Yeah,
so
minus the drinking because I ain't got no money.
He's like,
Nope.
I'm
Next.
just here to leave a note.
Yeah.
Flyers.
Yes. Have you seen this tiefling?
Oh, so if you do ask for a tiefling, they're all going to point you to the cursed candle.
Yeah, I will. Because I've been telling them.
You weren't with the kids. No, yeah, the kids don't know you.
A baker's here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you ask like, you seen
Horns.
well, so she's a woman. She's about this tall. She's a really friendly. She has horns and a tail, and about like she's very.
Yeah.
Yeah, go this way.
Horns in the tail.
Oh, okay. So they point you very quickly to the cursed candle.
Okay.
Where you, dressed in traveler's clothes, covering your cuts, which are you have to clean those out.
Are they brands or are they cuts?
They are cuts.
Okay.
In you.
And are they in certain shapes or script?
It appears your arm. It was some type of text that was starting to be formed, but
Okay.
it wasn't completely finished. The ones now that you have been able to have a look at yourself with some time, you see that they look like they were beginning to shape something.
Okay.
You're not sure if they were going to fill it in with
Does
Was the text in common, or was it?
not.
do I see the party?
As you walk to the cursed candle doors, it's very easy to spot the party, as the entire half of the establishment that has no one sitting on it, well, this half is completely crowded and people are practically sitting on top of each other. There's a child sitting over in the bar area, and everyone else is all seated in, well, there's a table that's pulled up now to the booth because they couldn't fit in the
But
booth.
there's a dragonborn
There's a dragonborn
and a
sitting
naked
there.
Sai.
No.
He's at the bar.
A shirtless child sitting at the bar.
I want to stay in the corner, like on the first Lord of the Rings fellowship. Like
So-
Aragorn in the corner bar.
Yeah.
No attention, different clothes. I just want to watch.
So all of the seats
What's going on.
on this side are currently taken, so you're gonna have to muscle your way into a seat.
Is there a seat next to me?
There is a seat next to
No,
the
I don't
child
sit
at the
next to
bar.
him.
There you go.
I want to see what's going on first. So
Sure.
even if they're just standing room, I just kind of stand there.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Hey, do people look at who comes in like regular humans do every time the door opens?
Yeah,
everyone looks.
9.
Is it a woman? No.
I'm gonna see if I can notice them. Not
That's
20.
funny. Roll a 9.
Roll for insight to see what's going on.
Yeah.
You're not sure why they are all
Yeah.
alone on that side of the bar.
Uh-huh.
People have sat away from. It looks like they scared everyone away from that side of the room. So they stick out like a sore thumb.
So I roll a 9, and then I want to just kind of try to blend in with the crowd and see what's going on. I keep my hood on.
I'm like, Steve!
And
Steve!
Oh, does he recognize me or just?
I
see
don't
me
know
come
your
in?
real name or your in-game.
Yeah.
Steve!
Oh yeah. So briefly in the alleyway, and when you're making this whole plan,
We never.
We never exchanged names.
no, you never exchanged names, but Sai showed up when you fought the mages.
Oh
in the
yeah.
alleyway.
He's seen me before.
So
riding the
he
wyvern.
was the one riding the wyvern. But
even
from
in
where
the
you are
tower
across
battle.
the room, it looks like an ugly child is
Can
waving at you.
and you do that as soon as I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled
He's
a
not
20.
shouting your name, so it's
yeah.
not Benjen he's shouting.
I walk back out. I go right back out the door.
Can I go follow him? I'll take my milk.
I want to
bread.
go. I want to go back out and hide. I want to hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll a stealth
Stealth check. 19 plus 8.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna
27.
So you step out into the night. Very quickly, like, look around, like,
Should have had that stupid fadeaway feet.
what the heck?
Damn it.
So you're.
I'll go tell them.
Okay.
I'll go back in and try to pass the guards and be like, Mom! Mom! With my bread and my milk.
Oh, gosh.
Mom!
No, we're just gonna ignore him. We're like, why are you yelling?
So.
Mom, Steve's here. I saw Steve. I saw Steve
So what's
outside.
our plan of leaving? Because we need to leave the city.
Let's do that.
we-
Soon.
yeah.
You just give your kid like 2 more quarters to play some more video games.
Got it.
So. Yeah,
No, well, if they ignore me, I say the other guy that was with us.
Yeah, so you start going
Oh,
over there.
ignore you. I acknowledge it. I acknowledge it. I'm just like, all right. Like I don't know what he's talking about.
Probably
I'm
off
like,
his rocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which other guy?
They all saw Benjen die, didn't they?
Yeah, well, yeah. Benjen is dead.
The guy in the tower.
Yes.
There's a lot of guys
Steve.
in the tower.
Steve.
Steve.
I don't know
We
a
don't
Steve.
know a Steve.
I didn't know any of your names, so I made them all up. But
She looks like Steve.
the guy with the beard.
Oh no, I shaved a while ago.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
Oh, you shaved?
Yeah, after he said I
okay.
started getting back to my fighting weight. Gotta make myself more,
Well, what are some
aerodynamic.
physical attributes I would
I
say you
literally am it's like a
have? Just a normal-looking human
yeah,
man.
seriously, long-haired Matt Damon. That's it.
Oh yeah, like all the ones here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fighting the demon beast in the tower. What's his face?
Make a
He
persuasion
is-
check or a performance check.
Did you hit your head? He was definitely dead.
No, I just saw him.
Now listen to man-child here. Man-child Tiefling, and that is
Roll?
it was Roll. Something like he was. He is a man with beasts. He is beast man. So
Beast man, I like that.
trust little beast man to handle things with seeing and punching things. And he goes back to like hitting the button and just like swings a little.
Oh, the caw. That's awesome. He's way cooler as your NPC than my character.
They would like drink. Someone bring drink.
I
He
give
just
him, I
shouts
give
it.
him my milk.
So the guards there at the end are like, "Oh, my little kid, you get out of here, man."
All these little street rats are supposed to be gone.
There's not anybody in here nowadays. You come in here trying to take some bread, to drink some milk. But you couldn't even pay for it if you wanted to.
Are
you dressed?
No,
He
he
has pants
he has
on.
pants on.
Yeah.
So we should get back to her. So how should we leave the town? We just gotta go.
bro.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
savagely scarred.
So what is the plan? We should try
Yeah, 'cause,
to
we have to leave
get on the
town.
boat.
Yeah.
And my legs probably
Because
still
yeah,
bleeding
we're trying to
through
get to the
the
boat. So is the boat option still good?
Which boat?
The
Eldritch.
Eldritch
Yeah.
boat. That
'Cause
was the.
you're
Yeah,
the one-
Eldritch.
You're
is
the one
boat.
leading the boat because we don't know where the boat is.
I'll just stand right
Eldritch
outside
wants
the
to
guard.
kill
See
me.
if
I'm
I
not
can
supposed to go
listen.
back there.
Sure.
No, but that's our boat.
Yeah, because
That's the deal we
we all
already
took the
made.
boat because that was the plan of going to the boat.
How
kind
far
of
are
like-
you?
I guess so. Yeah. I
Well,
don't remember
so, like from here
owning the boat
to
though.
the opposite side of this room, and they're kind of
behind the
like
guys.
huddled over and like kind
We
of talking.
were running away.
No.
We were trying to get back.
Also,
to the
it's
boat.
loud
And then
around
we
here. There's
messed up
people singing
Mage.
this song.
Okay.
And then
Well,
we had to divert after Mage.
yeah. Let's go back there then. Shouldn't we long rest first though? I mean,
Not here.
No, but
Yeah.
right now people are looking for us. So
I think we can do that like on the boat.
on the boat. yeah.
okay. Yeah. Well, let's get back to the boat then.
Can I go to the? Are they? Is their little cul-de-sac? Cul-de-sac, like their little bar area next to a window?
No, it is not. However, the windows are on the street that look into it. Their shutters are kind of like falling off on the
I
sides.
just want to keep an eye on them and see.
And I would say that I trust Carl with my life.
Oh well, right back at you, old woman.
He thinks you're his mom, or
Oh.
he thinks Martha is Martha's mom. Okay.
Oh, Right.
Yes.
Dang
yes.
it.
Yes.
Forget
My
that.
lady.
Yeah.
he's,
He works for me.
Whatever you would like.
yeah, she's the
Job
lady of the
is
house.
done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am glad I remembered last minute. It's one cut. It lasts.
One cut.
It hits you very
Yes, I
quickly.
would have never said that to you.
And then he says, "Chaknim sa, chaknim sa, hey."
Russian.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say?
Chaknim sa.
What are you trying to say?
Let's kick it. Let's kick the glasses or something.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't drink in Russia, so
Oh.
maybe that is how you say it.
Well,
That
I
sounds
wrote
You
good.
said a slur. We didn't even know.
Yeah, that's good. It's probably slang. It's probably right. Yeah.
I try to repeat it.
Chaknim sa, hey. Oh, that's it. Oh yes, it is.
You should.
No, he rolled. She wasn't pregnant.
Yeah,
Oh,
Riven's
right.
not pregnant.
It's actually really hard to get pregnant,
It is.
especially for Tiefling.
Dorian's girlfriend did get pregnant. Though.
Oh,
Wow!
I rolled, and you were going to come back from your 3-month excursion with a little surprise waiting for you. Anyway, so
That's not my kid.
Hey, let me
How about
play
this
him
That's why,
again.
that's why he
yeah,
Play the kid.
Yeah, play
Play
the kid.
now.
You are the kid.
I have come to avenge my
Dorian
father,
slept with a
Dorian.
gnome for a half.
Oh, hey, Dorian was a barbarian too.
He was.
That
All
makes
right.
sense.
So,
Yeah, so I just watched them through the window and I
so
wait
the
for
plan
them to leave.
was to we're gonna fight it out.
Is there? Do I recognize anybody in the bar? Like as far as like is Boris around or anybody else?
No, Boris has not shown up. Do you want to ask his whereabouts or?
Yeah, I'll ask the guard to come over. And...
Oh yeah. What can I do for you?
So I haven't seen Boris in a little while.
Oh,
Is
he's
he on mission?
No. He was he retired for the evening with a lady friend, so he won't be back
Sounds
probably
about right.
for a few days.
Only back for about 20 minutes.
Oh, Nightmare, could you see if you can distract the docs?
For a few days.
Oh yeah. Normally he'll come back around.
Okay.
Hey, could I chase him?
Or you didn't see where he went.
My favorite. I could track him though. My favorite enemy is humans and orcs.
So
So I would have advantage on tracking
you
him. I
will
think.
have advantage on tracking him.
I didn't see where he went, but I could.
You can roll survival
I'm like
check
Steve.
with advantage. Okay.
Oh, that's good. 1 second. I rolled a nat 17, so I'm probably tracking you.
No, but
So,
you have 29 stuff.
It was
27.
27.
So you go.
No, I didn't see him, but I can track. I'm tracking him actively.
I'm only like 8 feet hiding him
No,
out.
You're like in the-
I don't know how
Yeah.
that works then.
So
Well,
you track him, but do
so-
you find him? I don't know.
But like you,
So
You're actually
20
walking-
and looked,
23.
you went back in really quick to take a peek on everybody, and when you came back out, he was like moved over to the window, and he's just looking inside. You're looking inside of the windows. You can see him. He's standing right there on the inside.
Steve.
You see
I
a
look over.
small.
Hey, can I hide too?
Yeah.
Inside the bar.
I don't hide. I rolled.
I
a
push
two.
him away. Like, find your own alcove.
No, I can't even see the
Yeah.
window.
Yeah.
I'm like
standing
underneath.
up. You don't even reach it.
Do you try to hide? I'll help him. Can I try to help him hide?
You can. Yeah.
Oh, so roll with it.
Oh, nat 19. So 27.
Okay. Yeah. both
Same
of
as
you.
him? Yeah.
He's
So
kind of like in front, like if you were standing in front of someone,
I,
you're standing next to a
I
wall.
hold his pinky.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey,
Yeah. So we just kind of start talking. Like, what happened to you? Same thing, I guess.
oh yeah. Do I see his scars too?
He's wearing clothes. You can't really see him.
Oh, well,
But
he
I
sees
see his
mine.
scars, and I show him my scars. I'm like, what the heck were these guys doing? Do you
The
know anything?
hairless man, right?
No, my guy had hair. Did he have hair?
No, they're all
Yeah,
shaved.
he had
He's
tats.
shaved.
They're
Oh,
all
yeah, yeah.
shaved.
Yeah, he
They're
was
all
shaved.
shaved.
And I was like, hey, look,
So
I'll be
I
honest,
think
my dude
it
was
might be the
aroused.
same dude. Oh no.
Oh, can we
My
discuss?
dude wasn't.
You
aroused.
you remember exactly what the
Yeah.
what the tattoos are, so you start to describe him. Does he describe the same guy?
So there are differences in
Okay.
what he's describing.
Okay, so not the same guy. Was your guy
No, he actually was tried to, what's it called? Neuter? Castrate.
Yeah.
He
I'm like-
almost castrated me.
I feel your eyebrows. I'm like, why the eyebrows? What?
Oh, he said that it was.
I checked mine.
I told him the line that it was easier with cleaning themselves after the torture.
Yeah, so he got further on you, I guess, with the tattoos than I did. Did they tell you what the tattoos were for?
He didn't really much answer my questions.
Yeah.
It was more of, I'm going to hurt you,
Yeah.
and I'm hurting
Same
you
experience. Yeah. For sure. If it wasn't for the earthquakes, I would have died in there. How'd you get out?
now. There was a dragonborn that
one in
had
here?
saved me. Oh yeah, or I can't see through the window, but yeah, he's in there.
You look up in the window and you just just like laughing.
Why don't you go in there and tell them that the boat's ready? Let's leave now. We need to leave.
Why are you waiting out here? They won't let me pass the guards. They think I'm a kid.
Are you small? Sneak past them. You need
In
to
a
leave now.
In a
There's too
lit
many people.
tavern?
There's too many people looking for us. We need to go one by one down to the boat.
Give me something of yours so they know that you're alive and they trust me because
The only
they didn't let me pass.
The only thing I have of mine is this enormous sword, and no one's gonna let you walk around here with a sword.
I tell him.
Yeah, tell me
no,
something
tell
that
him-
you would know.
Tell him. You need to go. You need to go to Evendur. You remember which one Evendur is? I
No.
point him out. Really smart looking.
Boost me up.
Yeah, he lets
Yeah.
you up.
You see that guy right
I
there?
try and like
Tell him.
hold him like a kid. And I'm like,
Yeah. Here's what you tell him. You tell him Eldrick is at the boat. He wants his eclair
okay,
and his staff back.
okay.
Eldrick's eclair was the donut.
That was supposed to be the name for
We promised to name him.
A
Benjen
pastry
told
after it.
him, that he was going to name the eclair.
Where are you gonna wait right here, or are you going
Yeah.
back to the dock?
Now wait right here and make sure they start going. Tell them to go one by one. Tell them there's guards everywhere,
Okay.
and they need to go one by one. That way, if we lose somebody, he's writing down one by one. I'm like, this is not going to go. Like who? Got it. That way, if somebody gets captured, it's only one person that gets captured, not everyone. Do you understand?
As long as it's not us, so I don't want to get tortured again.
As soon as you're done, you come back with me. I'll take you to the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
We were already walking out. We were playing walking.
Oh, really? You guys are walking
Yeah,
down?
this discussion.
Hey.
And, well, you're like down on his level talking to him. You look back up, the table's empty. You're like, oh no, where are they? And then you're walking over towards
I'm the worst scout ever.
So, yeah, you like panic for a second. Oh gosh, they all left. What had happened? And then you see them walking towards the door, and so you're there, and they're about to walk out.
Okay. I hold you back. We just wait, and let's watch where they go.
No, we're not gonna leave without. We know size there.
No, but
No, I rolled
No, no,
27 stealth.
yeah, we don't.
Oh,
Yeah, because side is side. We
Well,
never.
you would look back like,
We didn't give them their names. Yeah. We
because
didn't give them-
he was trying to.
Oh, I
Like that
introduced
and
myself
stuff.
right before we left the tower.
No, but we
That's
didn't
fine.
introduce to you.
I pat him on the back or the shoulder. You're getting on the boat. We just need to watch where they're going.
I just hold him like a kid.
I think he's. I think.
Don't.
I think
You're a
he's
man.
back.
Hold, and you don't have any
I think
shirts
he's
on. Hang on. We got like the prisoner bond right now.
so you are heading off where?
So I guess we're just gonna hope that he makes it.
No, it's a side Danish. That's what Martha's thinking. I don't know who Sai is.
If you say so, my lady, I will look for him. Otherwise, we
No,
can make our way.
Yeah, we just need to head toward the boat.
Is the Dragonborn nice?
I think I can make it there faster than they can, right?
You
Did
don't
he know
you
the
don't
plan
where-
to get
Oh,
on
he
the
probably
To
knows
the
where.
docks.
Yeah,
I
well,
spent 15 years here
you know
and I'm a
where
ranger.
They are for sure, yes. Yeah, you definitely know all of the ways
There's
to
a
get there.
faster way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. But let's make sure they get there.
Oh, okay. So we'll just watch
Yeah,
this.
so
And I
where
tell
are
you,
you guys
I don't
at?
have a weapon.
Head to the
Okay.
I
I
gesture
give you a
knife.
the dagger.
Yeah.
okay.
Carve it
I-
fast as
I
possible.
tell Riven, we'll take out anybody that stops us.
So
We're back in the
you-
dungeon.
So the fastest way would be a straight
Yeah,
shot with
yeah.
carpet over all the rooftops. Otherwise, you have to like wind.
That can only fit me.
No,
You
the
can carry
upgraded
everything.
version.
No, she can't
upgraded
carry
version.
Ka.
No, yeah,
Ka weighs like 380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just. I don't think you can.
It's like a 7-foot
Carry
tall
on.
I say
dwarf.
we just walk as fast as possible.
I would
Together,
feel
we should-
more comfortable not
Yeah.
having my lady leave my side.
I'd say we walk as fast as possible because
I think
when we split up, we gotta
I
get
can
lost.
help them
So we
find
want
out
at least
faster,
be a mass.
sneakier way.
You do?
That might be better though, because then we're not all showing up at once.
Is
Go. I mean, you're in charge of your own
little
character.
kids helpful? They know the crawly spaces.
we can handle money.
Well, who needs hand money? Just tell little kids to tell you where to go. They will take you. They will follow whatever
Yeah.
you say.
We're
'Cause
probably gonna kid them.
Riven's not about that life. I've been down in those pipes.
Oh, yeah,
After
well,
everything
yeah.
that's happened, I'm like, nah, I'm getting on my carpet.
Yeah.
Are they within earshot or no? Are they moving as they're talking?
Yeah, and you move out of the. Are you guys duck back into an alley? Okay.
I just want to make sure my friends get there
Yeah.
safe.
So yeah.
Well, no, wait a minute. I don't know where they're going.
Yeah, they kind of move off in the direction.
Yeah, you better go tell them. We don't know where they're going.
So you probably see me pull the carpet out.
Yeah, hurry, go tell them.
Okay,
For
I
sure.
just run. Ah!
Oh,
Running down the
No.
street.
Out of an
No, let's go.
alleyway.
Let's go. Let's go.
Quietly? Did I? No,
I
didn't tell you quietly.
Draw my crossbow.
You see Riven pull out her crossbow.
Mom, what are you doing?
Well, I walk out of the shadows then, and I pull my hood down.
Benjen?
I pull out a weapon because we saw people transform.
Yeah.
I told you, Steve's alive.
He can't
I
be.
show you Carnass.
We don't know it's Steve.
They took his body.
Okay. Eldrick Sinclair, we need to go ahead and honor that promise. Perhaps maybe bring back the Gloom Shroud to Ithon. Is that what it's called?
I want to ask
Yeah,
him
that's pretty
something else
good.
personal.
8 inches.
I want to ask him what's
What do we do? What do we do?
Now
in
you
the
know
temple?
it's
Hey,
Benjen.
yeah,
Because he's
ask him
lying and it's a little bit pervert.
Ask him about the temple incident that you guys never brought up.
I
again.
blush. I don't talk about that.
okay.
That's like the.
Well, I
Is
did
this
not
one
think you were
bothering
alive.
you? You
No,
like me
he.
to push him
No,
away?
he. I think he's a person we know.
If you guys need to sneak by, I think I have a better way.
Very well then, large man. You ready? We are moving towards boat. No, we are.
Yes.
I look
we are
at
boat.
Martha like, you're good?
You're good.
Yeah. I don't know how to
They go
shake.
back and forth.
I don't know anything
Are
about
you
Dragonborn,
good?
so I try to shake his hand.
He runs over and like and smacks you, like grabs you in
Yeah.
the warrior's hand and like holds you really firm.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
This is a good man. This man right here is good. I can see his eyes. We go.
Yes. Woo.
So
We need to
we're
go.
heading over to the boat, to
Yes.
Eldrick's boat.
I really think we should go one by one. There's too many guards out here. Do you think we can take everybody? We can't leave until
I
tomorrow.
think there's a different way.
Where's the way?
I don't know. Would I tell them a different way?
So
I
there
know.
is
I know multiple ways.
there are a couple of back alleys that would take you away from the main streets that intersect behind buildings and stores and everything. And they're not dirty, but they're not clean. There's going to be lots of people who are sleeping and camped out inside those alleyways that you're going to pass through.
Would it not
But
be
you won't be
sufficient to just
seen.
fly up, kind of out of view and?
Oh yeah, I think we should go on the carpet.
Will this
Yeah.
flimsy thing be able to hold all of us?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to make 2 trips.
2 trips is good. I like. Okay. So I start walk, and then you take 2 trips.
No, don't walk.
Don't walk. Well,
Can you
you're
cast
right.
fly?
You fly,
I can
no?
cast fly.
Wait, so why don't we just have Evendur? Why don't you cast fly?
Yeah, sure. I can do that.
And then we can go to the
on
boat
him?
and rest.
Oh yeah, him and him.
Because we can't leave until
So you've already
the
cast
rest of
fly
us-
once today. Do you have enough spell slots?
Yeah, I can cast it as 4th level, so it'll.
He
it'll
put
do
it
2
in the
people.
Alright,
Hey,
so
Hey, don't
a
you have
D12.
Arcana Recovery?
Yeah, I do, but we didn't rest.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have.
Well, that whole bar incident, that
That
doesn't
would have
count
been a
as
short
resting.
rest.
That's like
Oh,
30
alright.
minutes of talking.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I still got spell slots though, so.
So I'll need you to roll a d12.
I can go
Another
invisible.
D12.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah, I can go invisible.
4.
A 4.
So
Yeah.
But does that take away your weight though too?
Why are you rolling a d12?
What,
I
fly?
don't know. It's something about the power.
You go invi-
the
you just
power
can't be
surge or
seen,
whatever.
Oh, from the lake?
so I can. So 2 trips, or I can make 30 of us invisible and walk by.
He can.
Oh,
fly.
you just mean just walk. I got you.
Invisible.
Well, we can all fit the
Yeah. So
4 of us,
y'all
Okay.
fly.
5 of us.
Yeah, I don't feel too hot. I would like to fly if I could.
So fly,
Alright.
Either fly or
Fly.
ride the carpet.
fly, and then
I have
Me and Carl would
8
just
hit points
walk.
also.
Yeah, we need to bounce.
I'm
Yeah.
still bleeding
Oh.
out. I bled all over the bar
you have,
still.
your
it's
sister
eating.
with you.
Yeah. It's
For
fine.
those heavy days.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So you and Carl are gonna just go invisible and walk,
That doesn't sound
and
good.
then y'all two are gonna fly.
So,
Sure.
Uh,
And then
the
just
the
me
magical
and
effect
Benjen
of
and
the
Haven.
spell fly is cast on you and Ka, and
Just kidding.
you take off into the night, and there is a moment while you're flying that things feel a little bit different than you're used to. You make it over to where the ship is. That's where you're just doing a straight shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is able to fit on the carpet, and the 2 flyers are able to make it. So in the night sky, you don't even need to roll for stealth because you're blending into the night. You are the night. So you make it over into Eldrick's spot, and then stepping onto the ship and coming down, you do see some of the crew. They're still on deck, and some of them are like lashing things last minute, and a couple of them are taking naps, and Eldrick seems like sprawled out up by the captain's deck again, and he touched down, and everyone who's there is all. You're on the deck of the ship, and you know that they were planning on leaving at daybreak. So you're all there, and you're talking. And you realize that Evendur's ears are upside down.
Have you been smoking?
Well,
what are you
something
doing?
about the ley lines is affecting my
That-
casting.
like
right
your earrings, like dangle in the ear hole. Like, is it tickly?
now. No, I don't know.
So it's got the lobe on the top,
Yeah.
and then the rest on the bottom, and it looks like it catches your
Yeah.
eyes immediately because it looks so
Yeah.
long.
I kind of lean over to Martha. I said, "Do you think we should tell him?" I don't know.
Did he touch something?
I can make an arcana check to see what happened.
Riven will tell him as soon as she notices. She'll tell him.
Or do I already know something?
Little
No one
man,
tells
you
him.
have ears upside down.
Carl.
Yeah. Duly noted.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, come on. Oh wait, no, it's up there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Maybe you're turning into
Is it
Arbok.
permanent?
You
Don't
don't
know.
know the answer
Oh.
to that. However, do you have D&D Beyond open?
Yes,
I do.
I've added a feat in there that will explain what's going on.
Doesn't sound good.
Is the feat just like wild magic? That would be dope.
Different.
Different.
The randomness of
Did
wild
you
magic
add
would be cool.
reach on the Karnath's sword?
No.
Okay, I'll customize it later once it has reach, but
No, I didn't add
It
that.
extends.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's
I knew those pills were worth it.
so you. Dang it! All right, so you
It's
make
more
it
than 4 hours. It curses you.
Go see a doctor.
to
The curse is
ship,
permanent.
Yeah.
and Eldrix is there, and he tells everyone to get down, and
Where are we getting down from?
we don't want the
The
city
guards to
guards to see our silhouettes that night. Otherwise, they will come and check us out.
Is there a better hiding place?
If we go below deck, then yes. However, you wouldn't be able to see if the other people were coming.
I'm already
Okay.
asleep.
Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Yeah, it's very late.
It was
Yeah.
all I could do to
Yeah.
not die.
Yeah, we should
Literally.
We should probably head down there and
So, there's like one side, right, where the guards are.
Yes, the other side is the river.
Yeah. So I wanna cast darkness,
Oh, okay.
so they can't see us.
All right.
Just a shield in that general direction.
How long does it last? It'd be
10
awesome.
minutes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sounds like an hour. My bad.
I don't think it's an hour. I think it's 10
10
minutes.
minutes.
the guards come like, why is it super dark over here?
Yeah, there used to be a boat over here.
Yeah, I can look that up later.
Well, it's
I'm
not
pretty
blocking the boat. The boat's still there. It's just like the deck part.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So we can walk around and talk to each other for free.
Wait, can we see it though? If it's on the boat?
Can we see through it?
You can.
I can.
No, it's not. She didn't cast it on the boat. She
Oh,
cast it
right in
off
front-
the boat,
right in
but
front of the boat?
on the deck level,
Yeah.
Okay.
like blocking.
Are you using your double sight to see through?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, like you can look through it. You see on the other side, none of the guards appear to have made any difference in their behavior. When you look back at the group, you notice that Benjen has a different symbol on him than he had from before.
What?
It has changed.
On my chest? I just thought I was totally normal, and
So-
I was 8th level now.
The
So no
I'm
one
playing
else's
new
symbols change?
no one else's symbols have changed. There is
Symbol?
Visible.
Wait.
What?
People have symbols?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
This is like some secret stuff.
Oh, we don't
Secret
know?
stuff.
they,
It's like devil sight
Oh,
stuff.
so it's not visible.
there is a
Oh, that's interesting.
Martha, I thought you were down, Martha.
What?
I thought you were.
Ride or die.
there is so in line with the symbols on everybody who was down there.
I'm not cool.
There is now a
Probably
small.
why hasn't told us.
It looks like a small blue star, like a starburst, has appeared on the edge of the symbols for everybody. But Benjen's is the
asterisk.
one that has. it's a footnote. You gotta like look down
Yeah.
to see what it means. But Benjen's has completely changed. So
It's cool though.
it looks really good. It looks really good.
Yeah,
So-
it's probably just like
It's slowly fading.
it's like
now.
a
It's just
cross.
like fading. It's like fading away. It's the only one that's.
The more he talks, the more it fades away.
yeah,
No, so
I don't think this is Benjen.
yeah. Kill him in his sleep.
oh gosh.
So I
So
tell Eldritch, I said we have 10 minutes to do what we need to do. So scurry about, get your men ready, do what we need to do for.
oh, you want to leave now?
No,
Not till morning.
not till morning. It's just so we can not be seen on deck.
Our preparations will complete.
What?
Preparations are complete.
She's like, I'm not trying to be messy like me, but I didn't understand what she said.
We're just waiting now for sun up.
So
we
all
can
prep is
leave.
complete already?
Yes. Well, there's more than I thought that there would be, so we might not have enough food to make it to Ithon.
So we might need to go get some more food.
We also haven't told her we're not going to Ithon.
Yeah.
We will have to
Tell them
probably
tomorrow.
stop at a place along the way. We don't need to go. They don't have food.
Who doesn't
Have his
have
voice
food?
too.
Here?
He like gestures to the city. Yes, we normally
Hey,
bring this.
Mom,
Mom.
why don't we just
That's
fly
not gonna last
off
long.
of the ship right out of the gate of the city? Like, why do we have to stay on the boat?
You can try this rowboat here.
What?
Not everybody can
go
fit on the
first.
boat.
Yeah.
Or on the Carpet.
rug.
Well, I just seen. You said his name's.
But that only
Evendur,
lasts
cast
for-
fly.
It only
Yeah.
casts
No,
lasts
but
for a few
we
minutes.
did try to leave that way. Remember, y'all caught on
No,
fire.
wait until we leave out of the city on the boat, past whatever magic stopped us before,
Yeah.
and then we fly off the boat.
No, we could.
Or we could rest on the boat.
Yeah, rest on the boat. You know what time it is?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Benjen's out.
Okay, so everybody is going to take a long rest.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And I mean, I assume we all have individual rooms. Do we have
Yeah, right.
like down below deck somewhere?
So you say this.
That was a small boat, though.
oh
they-
yeah, it was little.
one of the crew laughs. Yeah, we-
Don't laugh at Riven.
I'll take the captain's
I've already
quarters, you said.
decided. Yes.
Where do you
where are you
sleep? Because
sleeping?
you're sleeping on deck.
I sleep on deck anyways. The only quarters down there is the captain's quarters.
Okay. I'll take them.
Okay.
Eldrix doesn't even he's like fine. He just curls over in a ball on the bed and falls asleep.
Aww.
And yeah, you go below deck. It's not even really it's like a cot that's in a room at the door. Like everything else, there are some other like benches that people can sleep in and below deck. There aren't enough for all of everybody because this isn't a boat that's made for this type of it's not meant to transport people. It's meant to transport goods.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of space between that has empty barrels and empty crates because they have just delivered all of their things and they would need to go back to resupply and then bring it back for trade. So
Where's Caw gonna go? Where's he fit?
I don't know. I lost my Spellguard shield.
I will sleep wherever the milady would like me to watch over her.
Oh wow.
You go down there, downstairs.
I insist that she take the captain's quarters.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure, my lady? I can push small one out of way and we
No.
will have room. She
We're
should
not
not be sitting on this filth. We need to clear space. You, jeez, points. Give extra bedding for my lady over here. And
He gives his bedding.
He's
He's like all sad.
he's goes below deck and takes some of extra cloth for sail patching and puts it down.
Are you gonna need anything else? All right, I'm gonna go take them. Go.
So
I wait till Benjen passes out, and then I lay on him
all right.
like a son would do to a dad.
It's it's hot.
Yeah.
You're half naked.
I'm still bloody. I'm still all bloody.
Oh,
Dude.
gosh.
I was just like,
So yeah, everybody's able to take a long rest.
Can I cast a spell magic on myself before taking a long rest?
You can certainly try.
I have Karnath's sword
I'll do
and
that.
Traveler's clothes, correct? That's really
Yes.
sad.
So yes,
I have
you.
peasants'
My
pants.
good news is total weight 7 pounds right now.
I mean, you're not encumbered
At all. I
Um,
move my full speed.
This is one of those situations where, if you were out trying to outrun a bear,
Mhm.
you're the best prepared because
For sure.
you're gonna
It's relative, guys.
outrun anybody else. So you are trying to cast a spell magic on yourself. What level is the spell magic?
3.
3rd level spell. Okay, I need to roll D12.
Here we go. You do realize
4.
that's
Okay.
gonna have another
So-
effect, right? Casting another
What if,
spell.
what if your nuts are upside down?
You get you cast the
They're
spell
on
magic on yourself.
gonna constantly argue they're on one side or the other.
Oh, God.
You guys are
Your
gross.
urologist would be very happy though. For sure.
So you cast the spell magic on yourself. It doesn't fix your ears.
But something else is wrong.
However, after
Yeah,
an hour of trying to think what could I have done wrong? What? Your ears switch back to how they normally are. So
Ringing
no longer
stops.
upside down.
Is it a homebrew feature, or is this?
This is definitely homebrewed. So you are what is considered spell scarred.
Spell scar.
So you have had a direct contact with the weave, and as such, it gave you the surge of power that your body isn't prepared for. So
Do I?
so when you cast things, they're basically like other things are trying to burst out of you from the weave. You would become this kind of vessel. So you're still able to cast spells, but there's a possibility that extra things will happen when you cast spells.
How long is it gonna
Can I
last?
master it? Can I take it? Can I control it?
You
Don't
will
know.
probably be able to get control over it.
Eventually.
But right now it feels
It's like arcane puberty.
Yeah, you're like,
you're like
voice cracks.
like forced arcane puberty.
Yeah, like magical steroids.
Yeah.
All right.
Like you're immediately like, oh,
Club foot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to cast Fireball.
What level is that?
Fireball.
That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Firebolt. Okay, so yeah, you
On what?
focus.
In the air.
Wait,
Why would you do that?
Okay.
Hey, very good, Amber. That's like the first time Amber's ever thought about consequences.
Too late.
Good job.
Too late. It's
So
too
you're currently
late.
trying to hide on
Too
the
late.
ship. Are you just like freaking out and you're like, I need to figure out what's wrong and
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, I don't understand what's going on. Like, I need to.
All right.
So I go to
Interrupt our long
so I
run.
go to the back of the
Lord
ship.
that he catches on fire.
Yes, you're right. This will be the third ship you've caught on fire.
Hey,
No, so I go to the
only
back of the
reason
ship
you
and I'm
didn't
just
burn
shooting
the
out
other
into
one
the
is
ocean.
adamant.
That's right.
The
Sailing.
river, yeah.
Yeah.
So
You would have burned the
Um,
fine ship.
No, no,
too.
do you want
he
to
put the
try and be
sails.
stealthy
Yeah.
with it, or are you just shooting it?
That would have
I'm
been
just
number
shooting it.
5.
Okay.
Up the porthole. Ah! That's awesome.
Let me cancel this long rest real quick.
Yep.
And
Yeah, cancel that.
Okay, so the spell has no problem. You feel like its power is kind of surging, but because you have
It's gonna be a
done
boomerang.
this spell so many times,
Uh-huh.
you are able to control this and able to do it without feeling like something else is going to come out.
Is there anybody around me in the room that I'm in? Or the
You're
area?
on deck if
yeah,
you're
the deck.
doing that. So the
So-
only people out are the shipmates and the captain, who are all on deck. And as soon as you do that, one of the shipmates looks like, "Get down! What are you doing? You're gonna give away our position! They're gonna come
Burning hands
take
on
you!"
his face.
It turns
Yeah,
to a blaze.
Yeah, role play it.
Studying, that's all. I mean,
cauterize his mouth shut.
Magma just comes out.
Stun his tongue.
Studying is not time. I do so respectfully, Mr. Wizard.
I cast Misty Step, which is a level 2 spell to the front of the ship.
Okay, I need you to roll a d12.
Yes.
6.
Okay, so yeah, you just appear in the
Off
front
the ship
of
into the water.
and that
You
works.
miscalculated how big the ship was.
You felt the energy building inside you, but you were able to push it back down and be able to end from point A to point B without any trouble or any other thing coming out of the weave.
It's still pretty cool though, your 9th level.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, okay, so.
He's just trying to use all his spells.
Might as
I'm
well.
gonna long rest
his
anyways.
long rest, yeah.
You've used
I'm gonna
twice.
use Dimension Door back down into the
What
deck.
level spell is it?
Level
You're gonna
4.
end up in another.
Okay, I need you to roll a d12.
This is you do remember this is
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's a 4.
Oh,
Yeah, you're-
Okay, what roll?
Something else happens.
So, I'm gonna roll that back over to you. Okay. So,
Evendur back in the cells.
Yeah.
He dimension door in the wrong place.
Yep, into the tower.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
You rolled the dice 2 on 1.
so you dimension door
Uh-huh.
back to the other side of the ship.
Yeah, I mean back to like below deck.
Oh, below
Where
deck.
we're
Okay.
staying, our quarters. Yeah.
So you appear and you feel like your head suddenly weighs like so much more, and it kind of like tilts over to one side, and your whole body just falls over. You look back down at your body. Your body appears to have shrunk, but your head has remained the same size.
Are we the same size now?
He is the only one who appears to be affected by his spell.
No,
Hey,
are we
guys.
the same height now?
So he's like
Does he
over
like
on the
have
side, and it
that?
feels so uncomfortable because your shrunken body
Can't
supporting
hold
your
it.
regular sized head
Uh-huh.
is lacking like the muscle strength to be able to hold it up. So you kind of have to like.
Your head's
Hold-
big?
Oh, yeah.
His
No,
head's
my
the same
body's
size as your body. His
fine.
body's 75%.
Nice.
And his ears still.
And
Oh,
that-
you're bigger.
and
No,
that-
his ears have.
Oh,
Is that in the last 24 hours?
We don't know.
He wakes up from his long rest. He's like, no.
Alright, I'm just gonna go back to my room and go to bed now.
He's dragging himself.
Night, guys.
Holding your head up for support, you walk over to a cot that is empty and lie down.
Yeah, those ley lines, guys. That's some trippy stuff.
Oh god, this is gonna be the best ever. So, yeah. So you lie back down, and we're all taking a long rest now, right?
Okay,
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
click it again.
I'll click it again.
I had to reset back to previous just in case.
Yes. Fortunately, the firebolt was not noticed.
Yeah, I was like,
I did roll for it. Didn't happen. So okay. So you awake the next day, and you were all extremely exhausted. Actually, you were extremely exhausted.
Yeah.
He should have.
oh, disadvantage.
Now you have, yeah, you're supposed to be rolling disadvantage on everything. However, now you have only one level of exhaustion, I think, because you had 3.
I had 3. No,
Yeah, no.
I don't think I had 3.
No, because you had 3 when you were running with working that thing, and then we did 1 long rest, so I used 2, and now it's 1.
Oh, okay.
After you have one, you'll have one. So you have 1 point of exhaustion, which is disadvantage on ability checks. So you feel the boat rocking as you assume that you have already began your journey down the river in Eldrick's boat, which apparently has started without all of you being awake. So it has
Fine with
been,
that.
8 hours of travel.
I'll sleep 12 if I can.
Yeah.
I'll sleep the whole day.
Benjen is still asleep.
Wow.
It's dark below deck, and
No, it's still wasn't.
yeah,
I'm still
there's-
feeling kind of sick.
Oh, they have sewer plague.
How many? Who has
You're gonna start feeling it
Shit,
in
you
2
have
days,
right?
and you're no
3 days.
just these 2.
Oh,
3 days
yeah.
and 2 days,
We got in the water.
and it's exhausted, is what it is, until they get.
Oh, so does he recover from his exhaustion if he's?
I don't know.
If he's ill.
Yes,
Well, it
sewer
hasn't-
plague is in the.
That hasn't
DMG.
set in
All
yet.
right, I'll have to
Yeah.
look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So-
might not recover.
So you
Based on
both
what it
begin
is.
feeling seasick, and that's probably what it is. It's probably just seasick.
Yeah, you're fine.
So the rocking of the boat. You guys normally are on land or in air, so this is a very different experience for you. The boat is moving off, and whomever wakes first, probably Riven.
I got a great sleep.
You go up to the top deck, and the city has completely disappeared. You have been moving for quite some time, and
Good
Uh,
riddance. That place
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, 100%.
the river, it's moving pretty quickly with the wind blowing and downstream as well. So you guys are making excellent time and pace, and you see the shoreline moving past you as the boat is moving at a steady pace. Eldrix looks over and, finally you're awake. Can I go into my room now and collect my things?
You can after you tell me where we are.
We are just south of the bastion of Holm.
We need to be going northwest,
Northwest.
northeast, actually.
So you guys are heading south.
But yeah, but we need to be heading to his parents' house because, well, you told
His
everybody
parents
else
are dead.
they're at least in prison.
that.
Well, you think they may be in prison,
In prison?
We don't know anything.
imprisoned or dead. They're probably not safe because somebody, what's his name, had told you that everybody's treated this way now with magic.
Oh.
Remember, you're like, we better go back to see my parents.
I think
Yeah.
you had a flash or something, didn't you?
Yeah, there was some.
I mean, just
I
kidding.
still- I
It's
still
no
wanna
big
go
deal. We go to
back, I mean.
Ithon.
So,
So Hayden is also, I guess, she stayed in the room with you. I don't know if you would.
yeah, I'm cool with that. It kind of.
Like she wouldn't have slept in the bed. She would have slept like on the ground, like head to toe. You know, like sisters do, and they're sleeping.
Yeah. Although I don't.
But
I mean, I don't
might not be a real
fully
sister.
trust. Yeah, I don't really fully trust that
Right.
it's her. So.
Yeah, no, and she's
Wake up bleeding out.
she's
Not wake
wearing and we will pick up there, traveling south
Typhon.
on Eldrix's Benjen's boat. Typhon there next
This
week.
shit is like is least.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
baby.
dun.